We're now live with RBET Tailgate for the millionth time. No, I'm just kidding. Final online RBET of the season. We got some banger announcements today. Wait till everyone filters in before we, get to those. I'm just going to share that I'm live. And we have a crazy announcement today. Like an announcement that I have been dying to keep secret. Like, it's been killing me to not say this stuff out loud. But if you follow me on Blue Sky, you must already know about this huge announcement. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's up, duelists? Welcome in to the stream. Let me just tell everyone I'm live with the tailgate. What's up, Alex Gerber? How are you doing today? All right, and now we're back. What's up, Eugene? How you doing? Welcome in, duelists. Today's when we get all of our Yu-Gi-Oh predictions, all of our things for tomorrow, for RBET tomorrow. If you guys want to participate in RBET, it's free entry tomorrow. And then there's a big announcement on the RBET 2025 season that, yeah, like the streamer, your round one will be final countdown. Maybe some people might want that. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you gotta like the stream. That's the only way to do it. What's up, duelists? Have any of you guys seen the huge announcement already? Toyota gotta supply an old Corolla for the LA RBET. Dude, yes. Should we just get into it? Or should we wait till there's more people? We should probably wait till there's more people here. You hope you get lucky matchups and top. That would be very hype, Italo. That would be very hype. It'd be sick to see Salvo do well. Give him some time. How many people are in here right now? We got enough people in here to start talking about it? No, definitely not. What's up, duelists? How's your Friday going? Everyone going through it? Everyone having a good day? Having a bad day? What's the vibe? HT19 RBET hype. Previous RBET champions in here. There's an even bigger hype. Oh, little teaser. We're gonna get into that. We'll get into that in a minute, though. Oh, did you guys see that? None of you guys saw that. I can only put it on screen for 1 second because it's blinding. It's too powerful. Oh my gosh, I can't even show it. I have to wait. There needs to be at least enough people here. Oh my gosh. I need to wait. It's killing me though. It's killing me. I've been keeping it a secret for the last really long time. Really long time. I don't know how much longer I can keep holding it in. I don't know if I can keep up these lies, these secrets. No, I'm just kidding. I'm super excited. This is a really banger announcement. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Yes. It's gonna be lit. We gotta get more people in here first, though. Do I have to tweet I'm live right now? I don't know. Probably. Live right now. Talking. New RBET season and RBET predictions for tomorrow. Come hang. Okay, cool. What's up, Foxy Hooligans? What's up, boys? It's lit. Are we ready to start talking about it? Is there enough people in here? I don't feel like there's enough people in here to start talking about it. I feel like it's still should we tease it a little bit? Oh my gosh, it's on the screen again. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, it's too quick, too fast for you, too fast. Your brain couldn't even process it. I don't know. My brain couldn't even process it over the last 5 months. Over the last 5 months, I've been trying to process it. Winged Rhinos making it to top 8. Too fast for you, the Duck Murderer. What's up? Congrats on your recent top 8 Duck Murderer with Teledad. Very, very based. Well-a-dad player. Oh, man. I don't know if I can keep waiting. Well, as you guys know, tomorrow is RBET Online, the last one of the season. That is going to take place in the really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. Signups are actually open now. That one is free to enter. And that takes place tomorrow and the next day. That's why we're having a Tailgate stream. But it's almost impossible to even focus on the RBET at hand because there is an even bigger, so RBET, a really even bigger Edison tournament. It doesn't work. Hold on. Workshop the acronym with me, people. It's even bigger. So what is it? Is a REBBE. Really even bigger big Edison tournament. Is that it? RRBET? Really, really big Edison tournament? What is the really, really big? But it's bigger. It's not just big. It's like bigger. You know what I mean? How do I say it? REBBET. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to say it. Like if I had to put it into words. What is GET? Great Edison tournament? Really massive Edison tournament? Really giant? Oh, giant? Yes, giant, I guess. Even bigger EBET. Okay, that works. That kind of works. I like that. What if it's just BET, biggest Edison tournament? Might get sued for that one. Kappa. Oof. Do we have enough people here to start talking about it? I guess we do. All right. Everyone smash like on the stream. I need to see a certain number of likes before we start talking about this. There's only 8 likes. Mega. Make Edison great again. That's so cursed. Oh, man. Hold on, I gotta mute my phone. It's gonna be blowing up. All stream. Ooh, okay, boys. Check this shit out. So tomorrow and the next day, RBET Online. Everybody knows that, right? Press 1 if you know about the online RBET tomorrow and the next day. I need to know if you guys already know about that, so we can talk about what's coming next. What's coming out in 2025. You guys already know about that, right? You've already entered. You've already you're locked in. You're locked in as a viewer, as a player. You guys already know. About that, right? And you guys know how to sign up because you can find that in the announcements. You guys know all that stuff. Okay, cool. It looks like everyone in the chat already knows about the RBET tomorrow and the next day. But what everyone's here for is this. Yeah. This is so hype. So, next year, I have partnered with Collectors Expo, as well as Toyota, to bring to you guys RBET at Collectors Expo. This will be the first RBET held in a convention hall. There will be guest appearances from some very cool people. Some of you may know Dan Green. Some of you may know him. I don't know. Some of you may know, is it Eric Stewart? I believe. Some of you may know Eric Stewart. Some of you may know him as the voice of Seto Kaiba. Some of you guys may know Dan Green as the voice of Yugi. They will be making appearances at the RBET as well. Yggdrasil Materius is back. Yggdrasil Materius is bringing event-exclusive playmat for not only top 8, but entrants and finalists as well. So there will be 3 different exclusive Yggdrasil mats for this event. It's on February 15th and 16th. And if it does sell out, and I'm just saying this, if it does sell out, because it's 256 capacity, if it does sell out, we may be doing a couple more of these. So all I'm saying is, if this one sells out, it's a very good chance that we may get a couple more. So capacity is 256. Registration is now open. It's you can find info for it at collectorsexpo.com. There's a link for the signups in the description below. You can find out a lot of the info for it there as well. But yes, it will be very, very hype. Also, entry to the tournament gets you entry to the entire convention, which is really sick. So it's $10 more, right, than the average RBT, which is, let's be real, that's how much they probably should have been costed at for the last 2 years because of the pricing being insane and stuff, and all of the stuff that went into it. But, you know, it gets you entire convention the whole weekend. And then on top of that, it's 2 days. The convention is 2 days, but the event is only 1 day. The second day, I believe, I've not confirmed this with them, I believe they're doing another Yu-Gi-Oh tournament the second day. I believe it's going to be the first, like, Edison and GOAT format, I think is what they've selected for the second day. I'm not sure on this quite yet. More details to come on that. But the second day will be another massive Yu-Gi-Oh tournament if you want to enter that as well. But you will be able to enter the convention for the price of the tournament registration. So this is like above and beyond the sickest thing. And Collectors Expo is a really sick convention. It has like a bunch of like collector stuff, like a bunch of like, imagine like Comic-Con but for like trading card games. It's really sick. It's really, really sick. So I'm very, very excited to bring you guys this. It's going to be like the best RBET yet. Obviously, we always want to do it bigger than the last one. We always got to do it better than the last one. And if you guys want to sign up early, you guys are getting this. You can find info on this in the description below. You can find a link to this page in the description below. But yeah, that's the big announcement today. Obviously, okay, press 1 if you guys still remember that there's an RBET tomorrow online. press 1 if you guys still remember that. Or if this news just broke in your brain and you've forgotten it. I may need to remind you guys that there's still an RBET tomorrow as well. Okay, cool. 2? Oh, no, Foxy, no. We lost Foxy. 1.5, almost forgot. Destin says, can you still sign up? Can you still sign up for the RBET online tomorrow? Yes, signups are open until just before the tournament. So you want to go into the Really Big Yu-Gi-Oh Discord and sign up for the RBET tomorrow. This RBET, you can find a sign-up link for it in the description below. So there's two. There's this one, RBET LA, and then there's the RBET online. Just want to make sure you guys are not getting mixed up here, because very easy to mix up when I keep saying RBET every 5 seconds. This is even better than what Konami can pull. Not to brag, but RBET has been better than what Konami can pull. But this is even better, yes. We figured that Konami's broke, right? They're broke. They're poor. They can't afford prizing for the players. The best they can do is an 8-year-old console for first place. Konami's broke, you know? Like, what are they worth? What are they worth? What is Konami worth? 9 billion? Broke. Okay? Broke. However, what is Toyota worth? Oh. Estimated to be 45 billion in income. Total assets 900 billion. We just had to go to a company that could handle, you know, we had to go to someone a little bit bigger. We had to go to someone a little bit better. You know, still a Japanese company, still a great company, you know what I mean? But Konami's a little broke. So, you know, 9 billion, maybe they want to work on their numbers a bit. Maybe they need to get more profits before they can support their players. Because clearly, with $10 billion in net worth, they can't really support the pricing like that. Whereas Toyota, they're doing all right. They're doing all right in this economy, right? They're doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't know about the pricing yet. We don't have the pricing finalized. We do know that Yggdrasil Materius is going to be contributing to the pricing, but the pricing will likely be similar to the last seasons. It will probably be like some very high-end Edison stuff that we source. Possibly a Dark End, possibly Ulti Caius's. We're still working out the specifics, but it will, RBET prizes are going to be good. Like, I can guarantee you the prizes are going to be good. I will make sure personally that the prizes are good. That's just how it is. They've never been bad. That's it. They've just never been bad. Winner gets a Toyota. HT19, my guy. You're coming through for this, right? You're coming through for this. You gotta be there. You gotta be there. If HT19 isn't there, then is it really an RBET? That's the real question. Dude, tomorrow's gonna be fun. I'm actually really excited to meet Dan Green and Eric Stewart. I've never met them. This is the voice actor who plays Yugi Moto, I believe, or the Pharaoh. Yeah, Yugi Moto and Yami Yugi. And Eric Stewart is the voice actor for Kaiba, as well as a bunch of other characters like James, Meowth, Brock from Pokemon. He's done a bunch of other stuff too as well. I think he's he's a very accomplished actor, but those are probably the ones you know him from, realistically. Very, very based. I think Dan Green's also Mewtwo, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, are they doing signings? I believe they will be. Yes, I believe they will be. Hood Pope. I believe the signings will be. You have to pay for them, but I do believe that they are doing signings because it is not whatever. Does chat want Dark End or 3x Caius? That's a good question. What does chat think the first place prize should be? Because I feel like Dark End and 3x Ulti Caius have been pretty good. But if there's something that they think we can do better on, if there's something they would rather have, and don't say a Toyota Supra, all right? Because that's a little bit out of the budget. Funny enough, you rented a Supra when you went to RBET LA this year. That's hilarious. 3 Ultimate Caius is ideal. A Toyota Supra, that'd be crazy. Sign me up too. That's what I'm saying. Shout out Collectors Expo. Very excited for this. This is going to be one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh events ever, I think. I think this is going to be one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh events ever. Because not only is it a Yu-Gi-Oh event, but it's also like an expo. So that when you eventually scrub out, like, let's be real, a lot of you are going to do because only one person can win. You can go enjoy the expo, or you can play side events at the expo and then go enjoy it. Like, there's stuff to do other than just be at a tournament hall with a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh players, which is so sick. This is really, really sick. This is incredibly cool. Like, this is exactly the type of tournament that I would go to personally. So I'm really excited for this. Like, this type of thing is like, it's perfect. And entry to the tournament gets you 2-day pass to that's sick. That's fucking sick. Scrub out, then go build a better deck. Yeah, go to the vendors and sell your deck and buy a new one. You know what I mean? Like, switch it up. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff happening. Really excited for this. Really, really excited for this. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Very, very happy. Very, very happy with this. Thank you to all of the amazing people at Collectors Expo. I don't know if you guys want me to say your names or anything, but thank you to everyone who worked with me to make this happen. I really appreciate you guys doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this, including making this amazing looking flyer, which is really cool. Once again, you can find signups for this in the description below. It is February 15th and 16th next year. It's going to be the first RBET of next year, of the next season. It's going to be the very first one. You won't want to miss it. And LA is like, it's the biggest or second biggest Edison scene for sure. Very, very hype. All right, duelists. There is an online RBET this weekend to shift focus back. What's winning this weekend? What's winning this weekend? Does anyone know? Does anyone have a prediction? What's up, Nylon? How's it going? Welcome in. Neospatians, Krebins, Machina, Hero Beat, finally winning. Mermails, Hero Diva. Salvo would be sick. Pac-Man would be sick. Vayu Turbo. Interesting. Zombies? Honestly, no clue. Yeah, it's really hard to predict Edison tournaments because, yes, the viewers are winning. Purdue Bro gets it right. The viewers are who's going to win because every tournament has been so crazy this year. We've had, like, Iatos Glads win a tournament. We've had, like, what I don't even remember. My brain is so fried. We had the 6-draw Hector Blackwings. This totally innovative. I've got it on deck here with the triple Iron Wall to counter Vayu Turbo, crushing RBET LA this year. We had Douglas Teppers, triple Iatos, triple Compulsory, triple Book, Gladiator Beast deck with no Test Tigers. We had Gary Yu winning RBET Maryland with Vayu Turbo, with main deck Devastation Virus, kind of being a boogeyman of this format. What else did we have this year? I don't even remember. A lot of other stuff. We had some crazy, like, undefeated stories as well. We had the undefeated story of Nima, who went undefeated in Swiss with Machina Quickdraw side-decking Injection Fairy Lily. Machina won an Ultimate Time Wizard 11-0, undefeated as well, so it's possible it's a great tournament for Machina. Who knows? We've had the other undefeated stories. I think Raunuk, another crazy story. Dark Dust Spirit, Light and Darkness Dragon with main deck Autonomous Action Unit in his Frog deck. Another banger deck. Karaz the Light Monarch makes its first appearance in an RBET top 8. There's been so much crazy shit happening this season. I can't even begin. To talk about it. We have undefeated Murray in Swiss at RBET New York, who went 8-0 in Swiss with Gladiator Beasts, main decking Hedgeguard. The powerful Muraclinos, Day 1 Edison Chad, going 8-0 in Swiss with Gladiator Beasts. That's very difficult to do. I don't even know what to say. Like, so many, like, crazy undefeated stories. We have top 4 Amaryllis happening all over the place, whether it's Amaryllis at RBET LA or it's Amaryllis with Triple Vortex from the True Party King at RBET New York, or who knows what else. I believe there was an Amaryllis somewhere in... Was there Amaryllis in... I'm losing my train of thought. There was Fitz, top 8 RBET Maryland with Zombies. Diva Instant Zombies. And recently, we've seen Kambamwa with his powerful second place Welly Dad Zombies. Where did I put that? Do I have it in here? I have it in here somewhere. The powerful Welly Dad, second place Welly Dad. And then Welly Dad also got first place at a tournament last weekend, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, Welly Dad with no zombies got second place. Or first place. And this also top 8'd. And people are innovating this. I believe they've been playing Mind Master to go into Ancient Sacred Wyvern with Caius, which is crazy. That's so crazy. Who would have thought to do that? The Duck Murderer, that's who, with his top 8 performance. You thought it lost to Christius Warren in the finals? This one did, but the one last weekend got first place. So we're kind of living in a Welly Dad future. I knew months ago when I put Welly Dad in Tier 1 that people were going to be mad about it, but I knew eventually I would be vindicated, and I knew eventually it would become a Tier 1 deck. Because I know the power of the deck, and I'm finally vindicated. I think we're finally in the Welly Dad Tier 1 era. I think this deck is actually top tier. We've got Lightsworn making some crazy appearances in the hands of Monado Boy, top 4 RBET Maryland. Judgment Dragon, you can never count out Judgment Dragon, right? Christius Warren finally wins a major, one Ultimate Time Wizard. Man, it's impossible to predict Edison format tournaments. You know how it's impossible to predict? Because there's just so many things that could win. It's going to be sick. This is going to be sick. All right, but I got to make predictions. One of these days I got to make hold up. I got to make the predictions. What is it? RBET5 predictions. All right. I got to predict. I think Lightsworn is going to do well. I have a feeling Lightsworn is going to do well. I have a feeling Dragons are going to do well. I don't know why. The online ones are usually dominated by Dragons. I believe there was a RBT that was won this season by... Was there 2 that was won this season by Dragon Turbo? I think there might have been 2. I think Raikoko won one. And I think... Did Ghost Rider win one this season or was it last season? I know Raikoko won one for sure this season with Dragon Turbo. I should really have these stats up for this tailgate stream. I should really have this stuff pulled up and on lock. You know what I mean? I should really be on my A game here. You say Zombies will win? Zombies could win. They've been doing well with the Krebins. They could win. If they get a back-to-back win, that would be crazy. After the combined with second place as well. I think if Zombies do well, or if Krebins does well this weekend, I am vindicated truly, and it is a tier 1 deck, and I can stop listening to the people talking about how Diva is better for the millionth time. Braviar says Vayu will win. Vayu's kind of not been cooking as much. It gets top 8 still, but I think it only has, 2 wins this season? Definitely fallen off from last winter. Last winter felt like Vayu every tournament, but this season has not felt that way. It's felt like, I think Vayu got second place though. It got second place at New York. It won Maryland. So it's doing good. It's doing good. It's a safe prediction. It got second, yeah, but it kind of got fucking smashed in the finals. Like, it did not look close. The Iados deck destroyed it in the finals. Douglas cooked. You're winning, and by winning you mean O2 dropping. I think Machina is due. Man. I don't know. I think Machina is due. It got its Ultimate Time Wizard win, but it needs an RBET win. I think Machina is due. I think Quick Draw is also due. I think Lightsworn is due. We haven't seen a pure Lightsworn W in a very long time. I don't think it's happened in a while. Christius Warren will high roll and win. Maybe Lightsworn isn't due, though, because Christius Warren just got the win the other day. X-Saber? I don't think Sabers will top. I'm sorry, I just don't think it will. I don't know. I just don't think it will top. I'm going to confidently say that X-Sabers will not make top 8. Blackwing for sure. Blackwing is winning? I don't know, man. There's some hostile decks to this. I think Machina is really hostile for Blackwings. Said Vayu Virus is going to outperform. So there's an issue with the Virus deck, is that there's a hole in the strategy. If you activate one of these viruses, you sacrifice your board presence, and then you die really, really quickly to, like, basic shit. Like, if your opponent just, like, has, like, normal summon Shura, they can just beat you to death. Because you have to sacrifice your guy. Sacrificing your guy is, like, it's not very good. Into a lot of matchups, like, oh, you deck dev me? Alright, Gear Frame Fortress. Good luck, have fun. And you're down -2. Beat that. You know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, you deck dev me? Now I have enough Lightsworns to drop JD. Yeah, if the virus doesn't blow out the opponent, you just lose. Like, you just die to anything. So, I don't know. I think it's a little bit like I've even been in games with like Krebin zombies where my opponent is like deck dev you and they'll discard 2 Krebins and a Goblin and I'll be like, all right, Power Well, Book of Life, OTK you, GG. Like it's I think that like right now, I guess Quick Draw does get hit by deck dev, but these top like 5 decks here I have lined up, I think there's a few other decks that I could put up there too, like Shura. I think Blackwing is weaker to viruses than people like to admit. But yeah, I think these decks just don't really care about the viruses that much. Like, oh, you virused me? Cool. Red Med Drago. Good game. Nice virus. Nice -2. Usually a -3 because you have to set up a big monster. GBs is kind of weak to deck dev. I disagree. I actually think Iado's GBs... Where is it? I actually think Iado's GBs is very strong into deck dev. I think it's very strong into deck dev. Like, probably one of the best decks into deck dev, bar none. I think Guardian Iados is one of the most underrated cards in Edison format. Guardian Iados, Telekinetic Powerwell, these are cards that people slept on for over a decade. They're insanely good cards. Do not sleep on these cards. They're insanely good. I've been playing so much Guardian Iados lately. This card, 2,500 power for free is crazy. That's just like... That's really dumb. It's just like, oh, here's my Stardust Dragon. But I just played it. Like, and there's really like... Turn 1, there's no restriction on this card, right? It's not like Cyber Dragon where your opponent has to have a monster. You can play this going first. You can play multiples on like Cyber Dragon. 2,500 gets over Caius. It gets over basically everything that isn't specifically Armor Master Fortress. You hope someone plays the Rhino stack? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Winged Rhinos will not top. I'll just say it. I don't think Fall Troll or X-Sabers or Winged Rhinos will top. I don't think they will. That's just my prediction. Frog Hero has been kind of like always on the radar, always on the like top but not win moment. We haven't seen how many times has Frog Hero won? It won an Ultimate Time Wizard. I know it won 1 Ultimate Time Wizard. Has it won 2 Ultimate Time Wizards? I just feel like Miracle Fusion is an inconsistent card. I know it's crazy to say that, but I just feel like it's an inconsistent card. I could be wrong. Like, it's like, it reminds me of Pot of Avarice. Like, the format's almost gotten too fast for Miracle Fusion, as crazy as that sounds. It's just a little slow. It's a little slow, and it's a little, like, easy to interrupt. Like, for a payoff, you know? But maybe I'm missing something here. Obviously, Frog Hero is a good deck, so it could do well. It can be a brick. Yeah, I've definitely, like... The format keeps getting faster and faster. Dude, Powerwell and Iados is, like, speed crack. It's, like... It's so fast. I played so many games with Iados decks over the last few weeks, and I'm just like, wow, I win turn 2 if they don't have something. Like, you basically are forcing decks to either get way more defensive or way more offensive. And Powerwell and Iados fit the bill for the offense. And then I think for the defense is Royal Oppression. I think we're going to see more Royal Oppression out of decks that aren't that defensive. Like, I think we're going to see Royal Oppression in maybe Disaster Dragon, or Royal Oppression in Lightsworn, or even maybe Royal Oppression in, like, a Machine deck. We could see that. I think we're going to see Royal Oppression in places where we haven't seen them before. I disagree, Bavyars. I don't think you could make a tier 0 deck in this format. I don't think it's possible. I can guarantee you it's not possible. You really hope we see some gadgets? You think people sleep on them? I think gadgets are bad. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't think anyone is sleeping on gadgets. I just think they're bad cards. I put them in the same tier as, like, Winged Rhinos. I've played a ton of gadgets, too. And I've played them with cool tech, like Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. But I just think they're bad. I think it's a bad deck, straight up. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like, you just draw 3 gadgets and you'll die to any deck. gadgets are worse Stratos. I think they're, yeah. I mean, obviously they're worse Stratos because they're like weaker. But I think they're strong cards if you just don't draw 3 of them. If you draw 3 of them ever, it's so bad. Gear frame is the best gadget in Edison. Gear frame is very good. Yes. What is that? Gear frame. Yeah, gear frame is very good. I feel like Machina is due. Machina is really good. Is Disaster Dragon really better than Hamster Raikou Dragons? Personally, I think so. But not enough people play it, and we don't have enough data to really say. Sevilla says Hamster is bad right now. Is Hamster bad right now? I feel like Hamster is never going to be a terrible card, but it's probably not at its best right now. Hey, you're probably citing it out versus a lot of these decks. I've always been like a more aggressive player, so I've always valued like the Power Well, Iados, like quick draw style strategies, Black Wings even. And I've always valued those higher than I valued like the more defensive like Vayu Turbo. I'm going to put a 1700 monster and just set a couple trap cards and just hope that's good enough. Purple says, what exactly are you doing? Just a pile of good cards? We're doing RBET predictions for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the online RBET. Signups are open right now if you guys haven't already signed up in the Really Big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. Make sure and check that out. With the format getting faster, setting monsters feels bad. Yeah, setting monsters feels bad going second. Going first, it's not the worst, but it does feel kind of bad. It definitely feels like... It feels like you're playing like Raikou is in this weird spot where it's like it's starting to get Nobleman Syndrome where it's like this is a card that when it's good it's insane, but when it's bad it's the worst card in your deck. It's a high variance card. Raikou is starting to become a high variance card. Raikou deck mirror is ass. I don't mind the Raikou deck mirrors because like if your opponent sets a monster, you can attack it with Raikou, but you do lose like a weird like 50-50 sometimes if you run into a hamster. But yeah, I feel like it's the meta is really hostile to Raikou. And it's become kind of like how I feel about Nobleman. Obviously not to the same degree. Raikou's still a good card. And it's still going to be played in a lot of these decks. Like, it's still going to be played in Lightsworn for sure. It's still going to be played in Vayu for sure. It's probably at its best in those 2 decks. I feel like the best set monster in this meta position is Snowman Eater. I don't really agree with that. I think the best set monster is a monster that recurs. Like, I think setting Goblin Zombie or setting, like, just a Gladiator Beast is probably your best set monster. Maybe set Warrior Lady is probably the best set monster. Raikou's still good. Raikou's still probably one of the better set monsters. Yeah, I think Warrior Lady is probably the best though. I don't really like setting Warrior Lady though. I like attacking with it because, like I said, I'm belligerently aggressive when I play this game. Yeah, I like Warrior Lady a lot. I think Warrior Lady is underrated. I think I would place Warrior Lady up here with like Iados as like very underrated card. Like one of the better cards in the game. Like I think Warrior Lady's a tier below Caius. Like it's like tier amazing is Caius. Caius will always be a good card, right? In Edison. Even if the format gets faster, Caius is good. Caius is good against fast decks and it's good in fast decks. So Caius will always be a good card, right? I think DD Warrior Lady fits that bill of like, this card will always be good. This card will always be good. If the format slows down, the card is good. And if the format speeds up, it's good. She loses to Bottomless and Deck Dev. I mean, so does everything else, right? The thing is about Warrior Lady is that it's always going to trade. And it's always going to banish something. And it's always going to trade up. And if you just go first, you can just summon it. This is a very good card. I think it's like the same tier as Raikou for me. I would put like Warrior Lady and Raikou in the same tier. But a lot of people would disagree with that. King Ray says Assailant is better. Assailant is not better because you can't choose when to activate it. So it is actually significantly worse. For the longest time you thought DD Warrior Lady was limited to Edison. It should be, but it's at 3. So you can play the full 3. Yeah. I think this is the. I'm gonna lock in my predictions. Hold on. I'm gonna lock it in. We're just gonna lock in. We gotta lock in, boys. We gotta lock in. I think these are the 3 decks I want to predict will take it. No plans in the predictions. I got Quick Draw down here. I think these are the 3 decks that will win. And I'll give a... King Ray, sometimes you're funny, but right now you're just being an annoying little troll. So you can take a 30-minute timeout. Try being funnier. Work on some material and come back. There was one day where you were really making me laugh, but not today. Not today. Oppression's so good, it's listed twice. Yeah, I think Oppression is great right now. I think you could put it in like Lightsworn and just have a really powerful deck. I like Lightning Vortex, Amaryllis. I'm putting both because they're like, they kind of go hand in hand. I think the True Party King really cooked with that. Man, it's so hard to predict in Edison. I've gotten every single RBET prediction wrong. And now I'm like, I finally want to get one right. Now I'm actually like angry. I like want to get one right. What are we talking about here? We're talking about what's going to win RBET this weekend, LB Cash. Because this weekend is the last online RBET of the season. And so I'm trying to predict what's going to win the tournament. I'm trying to predict first place. Chat has said some crazy things, but... So when we look at first places, like only first places, Dragons has an insane conversion rate, right? I think Machina and JD decks are well positioned, and I think they're due. And then I think Amaryllis is also due, because Amaryllis has been in top 4 of like every tournament, but hasn't won. So these are like kind of the decks that I think are due. The 3 here. And I think Dragons has an insane conversion rate. Is everyone pleased for your predict? Throw another rogue deck in there. What do you mean another rogue deck in there? Dragons, JD decks, Machina, and Amaryllis are all meta decks. These are all meta decks in Edison. I'd say Dragon Turbo's a meta deck. It's won enough tournaments to where it should have people's respect. Dragon Loose to Dyna. Yeah, so like the cool thing about Dragons is that they have more than 1,200 attack points usually. Like usually the Dragons have more than that. Like for example, let's take one of the weaker dragons, Masked Dragon. I don't know. Oh, would you look at that? 1,400. That's stronger than Fossil Dyna. Normally, you know, they have some other options too that are even more strong than Fossil Dyna, like Quackimera Drago, for example. Or, I don't know, DD Warrior Lady. Maybe they might play that. They might play, who knows, even Exploder Dragon. Even Exploder Dragon, who's weaker than Dyna, still beats it, so. No, I don't think Dragons lose to Dyna at all. Said Frogs are due for a win. Maybe. Dyna's only good into Turbo. You still don't understand how it's even possible that Dragon Turbo wins so much. It's so bricky for you personally. It is a good deck. And I think that the skill comes in playing your brick hands. So like, usually when I'm watching people who like really know how to play the deck, it's not that they know how to do the big OTK kills better than anyone else. It's that they know how to play the like kind of B or C hands better than everybody else. So it's usually just about improving, like knowing the lines in your weaker hands, like knowing what to do when your hand is like Whitestone Debris and you don't really have like anything else going on. Like knowing what to do in those situations is where I see players like Ghost Rider and players like Raikoko and players like Martine who have won RBETs with Dragon Turbo. That's where they really excel, is they do really well in those like situations. Whereas when I see like myself playing Dragon Turbo, for example, like if I brick, I'm just over the game. I just don't want to play it out. Whereas they know how to play it out. BC Sorba says Disaster Dragon first place heart. I don't know. Maybe. Dragons are really good. I think people sleep on them too much. Could we see Christia do something? It recently won an Ultimate Time Wizard. So possibly we could see Christia come in and light things up a bit. Maybe this is the secret meta that Norlaris comes back and steals the top. I think too many people are playing Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer. And I think there's too many, like, ridiculous top decks in some of these decks. Like, Norlaris versus Machina isn't even good. Like, you Norlaris them, and then they just top deck a Machina for us, and you're just like, well, I lose. Or they top deck an Avarice, and they hit Gear Frame, and you're just like, I guess it's over for me. I guess I quit. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think the decks have gotten too powerful for Norlaris. I think that's just my, like, kind of soft opinion. I could be proven wrong. But I do think the decks have gotten too powerful for Norlaris. Like, have you ever tried to Norlaris a Dragon player and then you just put their Wyverns in the graveyard for them and then they OTK you? Like, it's like you do the Norlaris for them, you know? Christian Sworn or Fairies? I don't know. Armando says Fairies is so good until you get DDV'd. Yeah, that's the thing. If you can dodge DDV, I'm pretty sure Fairy is the best deck in the format. But if you can't dodge DDV, then you're going to have a bad time. So it's kind of one of those... It's one of those things where there's definitely going to be a lot of DDV in the tournament no matter what. You can always bet on Blackwings to do something as long as Hector's entering, but he might not play Blackwings. I think he played Christia Sworn at the last tournament. And you can always safe bet on Vayu Turbo. You think more Fairy players are going to play Purple Light? Maybe. Fairy players have been playing Purple Light. I think Tommy Dang topped RBET LA with Fairies with Purple Light. I think Purple Light is bad. I personally think it's bad. I think triple Trap Stun is the... Fairies with main deck triple stun. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way to do it. Maybe not all of that. Maybe not 6 ways to stop it, but... I think triple Trap Stun is the way to play Fairies. I've been playing it a lot, and I've had some crazy streaks. Like, I think I went like 9-0 with it, which was pretty... That's pretty impressive. Like, you need... If you're going to enter a tournament, you need your deck to be able to go 9-0. If your deck is not capable of going 9-0, then your deck is not good enough to win a tournament. That's it. That's pretty much it. And that's how I feel about Fairies. I feel like Fairies is one of those decks that can just go 9-0. And it can do it pretty easily. You just have to dodge, like, certain cards. Same thing with Dragons. Like, Dragons, it feels like you just have to draw a certain way, or, like, you have to know how to play out certain hands. Lightsworn. I have trouble believing Lightsworn, pure Lightsworn could go 9-0. Maybe I'm predicting Lightsworn is wrong. Machina could definitely do it. Machina's good. This deck is very good, actually. Machina Amaryllis feels like it could do it. Blackwings feels like it could do it. I don't know. Trying to think what else feels like it could go 9-0. Well Dad could if you're on, like, a Senzu Bean or whatever. Obviously, Gladiator Beast, the Yados Glads could do it. We have to narrow it down, though. We have to narrow it down, boys. Once this stream hits 50 likes, I will make my final prediction. Lightsworn is used more like an engine. Yeah, it kind of is. But the pure Lightsworn decks aren't bad. I've definitely lost my fair share of games to them. And it got top 4 at Maryland. So it's like still a good deck. Is Assault Mode too weak to DD Crow to ever top? It's weak to other things besides DD Crow, too. Like, it's weak to just, like, the fact that you have to go -3 to make a play. Or it's weak to the fact that Assault Mode Activate is a cost. So, like, you activate this, you sack your Stardust Dragon, and they just Oppression 4-for-1 you. And you lose. It's so rough. Like, oh, they stopped the Assault Mode Activate with Trap Stun. Good game. I don't think Assault Mode Activate is too weak to top, but it suffers from a lot of... Like, it would be very difficult to top with it. Book of Moon is a good way to interact under the effects of Decree. Facts. It's, like, decent. It's not good against the Raikou decks usually, though. It's weak to drawing the assault mode and making your entire deck bricks. Yeah, that too. Like, if you just draw the assault mode cards, they're so bad. They do nothing in your hand. And then even if you, like, convert them, you discard them to the grave, they still do nothing in the grave. So it's like, there's no... Drawing this card is it's going to happen unless you play Plague to put it back on top. So, like, basically the only builds I see that could do well are, like, just so fucking weak to Crow. And Oppression, of course, which is, like, kind of a big fucking contender. I think Trapstun is due. I mean, it won RBET New York. It won the most recent RBET, right? So, Trapstun, clearly an insane card. It's also a natural counter to, like, the Oppression deck dev gang. And I think with more and more people playing Trapstun, more and more people are just having these insane, like, Haymaker turns versus Blackwings where they just win. It's like, okay, you have 3 back row, Icarus, whatever. I'm just going to Trapstun and then OTK you. Or I'm going to Trapstun and then blow up the field and now you have no cards. You know? Like, I think Trapstun is due for another win. I think it's just so good. It's just such a good card. I even slept on this card for a very long time. I didn't realize that, like... So, like, the way I was playing Trapstun is I was just throwing it into decks and just, like, hoping it would be good. But I see it differently now. Like, you really only want to play it with certain cards. Like, you really only want to play it in Glads or Fairies or, like... I guess you could play it in, like, Machines, maybe. But not really. I feel like Machines are already good in the back row. Trapstun equals Solemn but better. In a lot of cases, yes. If you're going for, like, OTKs, like, in X Sabers, it's really good. It's really good in X Sabers. So, I think this is going to be a Trapstun versus DDV battle, you know? Why isn't Autonomous Action Unit played more? It seems broken. Because it costs 1,500 life points, and it's dependent on your opponent. So, those are the 2 big reasons. It's also weak to removal, like Dust Tornado. But it is a good card. It is a good card. 1,500 life points is very steep. I don't know how to describe this to you, but, like, starting the game with 6,500 life points is... It's very difficult. A lot of decks can deal with 6,500 very easily. Like, Blackwings, it's just, like, Shura, Bora, double Colute. Okay, now you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, it takes your OTK combos, like Diva Goblin Zombie kills you from 6,500, I believe. You think it's only good in Frogs? I think it's a good card. I think it's, like, a fine card that... It's just... It depends on your opponent having a graveyard, which they should have, but... I mean, you draw this versus, like, Iados Glads, you're going to feel like a fool. So it's kind of like... There's definitely situations where it's not... It's not ideal. I don't think this card is worth talking about right now. Anyway. Trapstun is pretty flexible in how you can use it. Yes, it is very flexible and very good. But I think you need to have really strong anchor monsters to play Trapstun. Like, you need to have really resilient anchor monsters. So I'm talking, like, you need to play Honest. You need to play Recursion. You need to play a lot of powerful spells to back your guys up. Quick play spells. You need monsters that are, like, difficult to remove without trap cards, like Archlord Christia, for example, or Shining Angel, to take that further. Y'all talking about Chainbeat yet? I'm just going to take this shit out of here because people keep talking about Winged Rhinos. That shit is not topping this tournament. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you guys. Chainbeat is not topping tomorrow. I'm going to take Gadgets out of here, too. Get this shit out of here. I played Chainbeat. I played the deck. I played it on camera. It's not topping RBET this weekend. I'm sorry, folks. If I'm wrong, I will eat my words. What about Six Sams? Isn't it doing kind of well lately? Six Sams is a sleeper deck. I think it's a good deck. I do think it's a sleeper deck. I'm currently working on a Six Samurai video, but that's going to be later down the road. So I don't want to talk about Six Sams too much because I'm just going to repeat myself. But I do think it is. I think you're right. I think it is good. I think it has more potential than people are giving it credit for, and I think there are builds that nobody is exploring enough that are actually really strong. So, yeah, that'll be coming soon. Probably next week, realistically. So, moving on. Yeah, I think this weekend... Man, do we have 50 likes yet? Do I have to lock in my prediction? We only have 26 likes. Smash like, bro. Smash like. Worm's gonna win. Are there even worm cards in Edison? I don't even think so. I take this out because we have Shura. Man. This is a hard one to predict. This is a really hard one to predict. Because the meta right now is so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay. Are we locking it in? Are we locking it in? No, we're not locking it in yet. We still need more likes, boys. We need more likes. Like for Dan Green being at RBET LA next year. You have to smash like for this. For the presented by Toyota RBET LA next year. Sign-ups in the description. You have to smash like for that. If you weren't here for the beginning of the stream, oh, you missed the banger announcement. We may have to do another reiteration of the banger announcement at some point. Man, this is hard to think about. I'm like trying to process. I'm trying to process my emotions. You know, my emotions and what logically feels right in the air. I think Machina is due. I think Machina needs to win something. I just think this deck is crazy good. Dude, I really think people are like. I think Machina's crazy good. What do you guys think about Machina? Do you think it could win an RBET? Do you think it would win the RBET this weekend? What's up, Bernard? How's it going? I want to predict Machina. I don't know why. My intuition is saying Machina. And it could be any variant. I don't even care. But that's what my intuition is saying. Machina is strong? Yeah, it is. It is really strong. This card is stupid. Every time I read it, I'm like... Yeah, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe Machina doesn't have it. Only if it's Machina Jinzo. Machina Jinzo is very good. Machina can get it done? Yeah, but will it? I don't know if it will. Man. Okay, I'm going to narrow it down. We're going to do like a top 5 prediction, and then we'll narrow it down from there. Machina can't make it into the top 5. I'm sorry, it can't. Okay, we got... I don't want to predict dragons either, because I feel like it already got... Yes, Free Palestine, indeed. Every time you read Machina Fortress, it gains a new effect. That's how I feel about Swap Frog, too. It's a very modern Yu-Gi-Oh card with, like, 5 different effects. Fuck, man. What is the... Don't jinx Machina? I just don't think it can do it. I'm going to be honest. Like... It's really, really tough meta for Machina. Lightsworn could be cool to see win. Dragons has already won. One. I think Blackwings won one. Fight Turbo won one. Frogs hasn't won one. Has it? Did it win one? Has Frogs won an RBET? Not counting RBET Fullerton, because that was 64 people. But it's never won another RBET, has it? Frogs has never won. Can someone confirm this? The Frogs has never won an RBET. I'm pretty sure it hasn't. Yeah, fun fact. The only Frog win was RBET Fullerton, which was kind of like a smaller test event for live events, more than it was like... Like, it was a very stacked event, for sure. Yeah, Frogs has never won an RBET. Says Machina is super consistent but really lacks any Saki cards to compete. I disagree. I think it has a ton of Saki cards, namely limiter removal, but everyone fucking cuts it from their deck for no reason. I don't know why. I think this card is obscene. Here, I'll just pull it up right now. Okay, limit to 1 in Edison format. I will show you the Saki cards. Look. Machina has... You could play Dad, you could play Sork. Like that list from... What is that card? Or what is that? That list from the Feel Good Gaming. The Birthday Bash last year was playing Sork. We played Brain Control. Future Fusion. Limiter Removal. Gores is Saki. Obviously Heavy Storm. The standard Mind Brain stuff. Grand Mole you could play to a certain level of strength. You could play Overload Fusion. That's a Saki card. That card's Saki as fuck. I think he means bombs for Machina. The whole deck is bombs. You could build the deck so it's entirely bombs. I don't think that you guys understand. Like, Machina is just the core. Vayu has things like Dad Return. You can also play those cards in Machina. Fun fact. Those cards are not limited to just Vayu Turbo. Here, I'll show you. Machina showing broken. Look. Machina, right? Just search Machina. Search release date. Do the thing. Okay, get your Machinas. Whatever. Maybe you want a Peacekeeper, who knows. Okay. Limiter removal. Get it in there. Allure of Darkness. Get it in there. What else? What else? Limit it to 1. Just go to limit to 1 and you want to sack people? Okay, let's do it. Heavy Storm. Mirror Force. Solemn Judgment. Space Typhoon. Giant Trunade. Morphing Jar. Sangan. Literally, you can do this for any deck, by the way. Not just Machina. Chaos Sorcerer. Wanna play Reasoning? Fuck it, play Reasoning. Wanna play Rhoda? Fuck it, play Rhoda. Magic Cylinder? Fuck it. Ceasefire? You play any of these cards in Machina. That's the thing about Machina is you can play anything you want. You play just about anything you want. You can play fucking Stratos if you want. You can play Stratos D-Draw if you want. But you do get to play Card Trooper. Because it's a machine. You can play Return. You can play Mind Crush. None of these cards are like specifically... You can play Mizuki. I mean, you can play Charge. It's not like specifically like a... Like, you can do this for any deck. I don't know if you guys realize that. You can play Trag. Fucking shit. You can play Gale. E-Telly. Mindmaster. Like, this could be your deck. You're just playing fucking 26 limited cards. And then you just fill out the rest with, like, Jinzo and Cyber Dragon. Limited cards and bombs are not the same as, like, Christia is a bomb and fairies, and it's at 3. What? Like, Machina Fortress is at 3. This card is absurd. You guys know what this card does? It says win the game when it sticks. This card is ridiculous. It's like one of the most ridiculous cards in the game. Okay, look at this. Then you... Oh, wait. We got to go to 2 first. We got to go to 2. Limit to 2. Because we need more sacking. Double Cyber Dragon. Shit. Double Decree even if you want it. Who fucking cares? You could play Malicious. You could play whatever. You could play Gold Sark. Where's a Gold Sark? Because you want to sack people even more. Alright. Jinzo. Damn, dog. That's a crazy deck. It's just the restricted list with a Machina core. Like... No Megamorph talk yet? Like, what do you mean it has no Saki cards? You can play every Saki card in this deck. Obviously, you would alter this, but this is just like you probably wouldn't play these cards. But you could play E-Telly. E-Telly into Jinzo is actually pretty strong. And it works. Yeah, it does just work. Like, I don't know, man. One of Marshmallow. Yeah, you could play Marshmallow if you want to. You can play all these cards. Cook this? I already have several times on the channel. I've already made this video multiple times and people still ignore it. I don't know. I do think Machina is good. I think you can just put it in anything, and it's probably going to be strong. Because they're just insane cards. It's not like... I don't know how to say it. It's not like Machina Gear Frame and Machina Fortress are significantly worse if you're not playing Raikou. They're still insane cards if you're not playing Raikou. Cyber Eltonin is another Saki card. Yeah, you could play Eltonin. Overload Fusion is insane. I don't know what to tell you guys. This card's broken. It just reads win the game. It's Miracle Fusion that is a 1-card OTK. What? Make it make sense. Okay, what were we doing before this, though? We were doing predictions. That being said, I don't think Machina is going to win. Just because I don't think people are capable. You won several locals with Jinzo OTK. You even had me as an opponent a couple of viz last year. The deck is the truth. Yeah. Yeah, the people who play it do really well with it. It almost topped RBET Maryland. I think he was like X2, and he like bubbled or something like that. I just don't get it. Like people are like, oh, this deck isn't broken enough. Then make it broken. Play the cards that make it broken. I don't know what to tell you. Like, give it some sauce. Give it some juice. What? I played Dinosaurs, and I was beating Blackwings on camera literally 2 days ago. Like, give the decks that you want to make better cards, and then you can do more with it, you know? It won a regional in Italy like 2 weeks ago. Machina did, or Jinzo? That's based. Yeah, Jinzo actually has pretty good results in Europe. Like, it's like constantly doing well in Italy specifically. They must have like a big scene for Jinzo there. It also won like a tournament in Germany, if I remember correctly. Used to main United We Stand in Dyna. The deck was so consistent. That sounds disgusting. That sounds terrifying. Waveman says Rhinos control. It's bottom table shit, bro. You know it feels broken when you future fusion your entire deck, then average to dig into the other broken one-ups in your deck, and your only draws turn on Fortress. Yeah. The scene is you. That's based. Your boy Snipe Hunter is a pretty good one-of. You loved the Dino video? It was a good video. The deck is not very good, but it was a good video. It took me like 3 weeks to make that video, which is annoying, but I think it was worth it. People seem to like it. It's probably trash, but you want to try a Moja engine and Synchrocat? I'll save you the trouble. It's trash. But don't let that stop you. Snipe Hunter low-key goated in Dragons. I haven't played it just because I only ever roll once. So, yeah. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I'm going to add it to a deck real quick. No, fuck that. We're just going to go... Where are we going to go? I just want to roll dice real quick. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this. I missed. I told you guys. I only ever miss with Snipe Hunter. I told you guys I only ever miss. Watch, I'm going to miss again. Watch. Damn, I hit. Damn, I hit. Damn, I hit. But I missed the first one. And missing the first one is what matters. Yeah, I missed the first one. Missing the first one is the worst one. It's the worst one to miss. So sad you lost the win and in for top 8 with Gadget in the RBET. Would have put some respect on them. Yeah, if you want to win with Gadgets, then do it this weekend. But I will not believe it until I see it. I just do not think the deck is good. Straight up. I've played it a lot too. And I think that the main issue is not the rest of the deck. I think the main issue is the Gadgets themselves. And that eventually you will play a game where you draw 3+, and it's not good. It's just not good when you have 3 of them in your hand. Top 16 wasn't bad. It's not terrible, but it's not top 8, and it's not first place. So right now what we're trying to predict is first place. Snipe Hunter also can't be negated by Stardust. Why is Snipe Hunter limited? Because they knew that you degenerate gamblers would play 3 of them. Now this card's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. In the right deck. It's good with Volcanic Shell specifically. But I think we've evolved beyond that. If it was at 3, I think we would see more decks play it just to you know, whatever. 3x Time Wizard Snipe Hunter deck. I don't know if I could handle. I don't know if my brain could handle that. Okay, so we're gonna do top 5 prediction. I'm gonna predict Machina's in the top 5, Lightsworn's in the top 5. I'm gonna predict Blackwings, Amaryllis are in the top 5. Dude, I just think the meta's so good for Machina. Like, Machina fucks Blackwings, and it fucks Vayu Turbo. Like, it's such a good matchup for Machina. Dream Frogs. No. I'm not predicting that. James Arkfish OTK. No. That deck is never doing anything in an RBET. That's not a real deck, as far as I'm concerned. You don't think Amaryllis will get close to top 8, and your rating just proves me right? Amaryllis has topped every RBET this season and just hasn't won, which is crazy. But it's kind of has a little bit of hero beat syndrome, where like it can top consistently but isn't closing. I'm not trying to predict what's doing well. I want to predict what wins, and I want to be accurate about it. I'm not predicting Lightsworn's going to win. I think Amaryllis and Blackwings have a good chance to win. I think Machina has a good chance to win. I think... What deck is good against Machina? Probably not much, right? Spoiler, Blackwing wins again. It's in my top 5 for the predictions right now. I think Powerwell is really good. I want Powerwell to win. I'll say I want Powerwell to win this weekend, but I won't predict that it will, because it's very unlikely. But I will say that I do want it to win this weekend. However, I'm not going to predict that it will. Frogs are annoying with Machina. Gigavice will clear this event. I would be so impressed. I would be so impressed and so happy if it did. That'd be cool, but I don't think it will. Frogs, Lightsworn, Amaryllis, and Fairies are Machina's worst matchups. I want to narrow it down between these 3. I think these are my top 3 picks to win this weekend. Maybe not Blackwings. Blackwings just kind of struggles with the new Amaryllis builds with the triple Lightning Vortex. This is such a silly timeline. I like Iados Glads a lot. I feel like Iados Glads, if someone just ran back the same deck list, they'd win the tournament again. Like, that could totally happen. I don't know if someone will run back the same deck list. They'll probably change it and make it worse. But if you think wingless toss, it'll be the hybrid list. Meh. That's what I have to say about that. I think making your Blackwing deck weaker to the mirror is not going to make it top. Amaryllis will forever be fated to match with GBs in top 8. Necrogarden is a good card, though. I will say Necrogarden is underrated in hybrid wings. Have worked 7 hours after the start of RBET. I think day 1 will be done within 6 hours, Tim. I think day 1 will be done within 6 hours. Usually day 1 ends around 4:30 p.m. PST. And if not, I actually have to end day 1 at 5:30 p.m. PST, which is 7.5 hours after the start time. So there's an extra hour there. We're just going to have the judges be really hard on slow playing. And I think it should be done within like 6.5 hours for day 1. Realistically. Double Elim should help with the timing. I think so too. Usually double Elim moves a little faster. People are a little bit quicker to drop in double Elim. We'll give it a go then. Hell yeah, Tim. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be done within 6 hours. Quick Draw has a good value matchup. It does, actually. I think it does, especially if you're playing, like, Trapstone. Huh. Quick Draw could win. Maybe Quick Draw wins. We've been kind of sleeping on Quick Draw. Announcement 2025. Yes, we did announce it at the beginning of the stream. RBET LA is going to be February 15th and 16th at Collectors Expo. Presented by Toyota. You can find a registration link in the description below for this. And you can register for the RBET tomorrow in the Really Big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. But yeah, this is super, super hype. There's going to be voice actors, Dan Green and Eric Stewart there as well. You guys may recognize them as the voice of Yugi and the voice of Kaiba. There's going to be a lot of really, really cool things happening next year for RBET, especially this one here at Collectors Expo. Went over it more in detail at the beginning of the stream, so make sure and rewatch the VOD if you haven't already been caught up to date with that. What are the odds of me putting together a New England RBET? I will tell you right now, if this RBET sells out, the odds of me doing cooler shit is very high. But this one needs to go well. So if you want to sign up for it early. It probably will sell out. I mean, we've sold out, every RBET so far. So it probably will sell out, but just sign up. Make sure and sign up. They know ball, yeah. Toyota's out here, dude. What are the odds you put together a New England RBET? Oh, I already read that one. Okay, I'm going to lock in my predictions. These are my top 4. I think Quick Draw wins the whole thing. I think Machina gets close. Machina gets top 8. I think Amaryllis makes top 8 again, but doesn't win. And I think Black Wings is second place. I think it's Quick Draw versus Black Wings in the finals, and Quick Draw wins. That's my prediction. I think the way the bracket will break down is like the Amaryllis player will get eliminated by Black Wings. And I think Quick Draw will win the tournament. I'm going to lock it in. Quick Draw with Trapstone. I'll even get more specific. I'll say Quick Draw with Trapstone is going to win the tournament. What if Machina Quick Draw wins? Then I would be doubly right. But I do think that, like, Machina will do well. I do think Amaryllis will do well. And I think Black Wings will be in the finals against Quick Draw. That's going to be my final predictions. I'm just locking it in right now. I think that this looks like something that will happen this weekend. I don't know why, but it looks like something that will happen this weekend. As far as these other decks go, I think the deck I want to win is the Krebin's Powerwell deck, but I don't know if it will. I would be very happy to see any Christia deck or any Dragon deck do well. I would be happy to see any deck with Guardian Yados do well. And it would be interesting to see if, like, the Heavy Virus decks or the X-Saber decks, like the hand loop decks of the format, do anything, but kind of doubt. Like, I think not only do people... Top Deck says, I thought you were going to stop using Twitter. Yeah, I am stopping using it. I don't use it as much. I literally don't go on the app. I posted about the tournament there because I still have a bunch of people who follow me there, and I wanted to make sure that they knew about it. But yeah, I've actually stopped using the app like almost entirely. Like, I don't go on it anymore or anything. Dragon Turbo is the most broken deck nobody plays IRL. Huh. Smart to stay on Twitter for business purposes. I don't know if it's smart. I think Twitter's kind of crashing right now. It's crashing out. Like, it's bleeding users really, really fast. A lot of people are going to Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky. If you guys want to follow me there, it's E3 Keegan on Blue Sky. You guys can find me there. The post on Blue Sky is doing, like, about as good as the post on Twitter. I think I've seen Blue Sky, like, blowing up a lot more lately. It's basically Twitter. It's like made by the same guy who made Twitter. So it's kind of like new Twitter, basically. Yeah. To be fair, Twitter X has a monopoly on the digital space. He's saying it ain't happening, man. I think it starts with the creators. And a lot of the creators I know, like Twitch streamers and stuff, have moved to Blue Sky. So what's happening is like wherever the creators go is where people will go, because that's where the most active users come from, is the people who follow creators. And I'm not even just saying this in like a egocentric standpoint or whatever. I'm saying it like just being realistic. Like when you have a United States presidential speech happening and they say shout out Aiden Ross in the presidential speech, like it's pretty clear that the media that matters nowadays is creator media. So if the creators move to Blue Sky, which a lot of them have been doing, especially Yu-Gi-Oh creators, almost all of them are posting more on Blue Sky now than Twitter. Then everyone else, the followers are going to move to Blue Sky. That's just the way it is. Like wherever creators go, people are going to follow. That's what happens. That's why YouTube is so popular, is because it's creator friendly. That's why Twitch is so popular, because it's creator friendly. Because there's creators there. If there isn't creators there, nobody's going to go there. That's it. It doesn't matter if politicians are there. It doesn't matter if normies are there. It doesn't matter. Twitter needs money to stay afloat. They're hemorrhaging way too much. Twitter's been a giant dumpster fire for the last like 6 months to a year. So, and it's, dude, like even like the last day on my Twitter account, I've gotten what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the last day, I've gotten 10 bot accounts just like following me, and I'm just like, wasn't this supposed to be an issue that was removed? You know what I mean? Where else are you supposed to get your right-wing disinformation and hate-fueled discourse? That's really funny. Yeah, Twitter is a really stupid place. It's just really, it fell off, man. I don't know what to say. Not that it was ever great, but you have to pay to block people on an app with racists. Yeah. Yeah, you do, actually, which is crazy. It's actually crazy. So yeah, I'm obviously I'm still posting there because there's still like what, 3,000 people that follow me there, 2,000 people, something like that. Yeah, a little under 3,000. And so I want to make sure they know about it, but yeah, I'm mostly using Blue Sky now. Here, let me see if I can find my Blue Sky account. How do I find it? It's just Blue Sky's interesting too. Like everyone's thing is like a web page, I guess. This is me. This site can't be reached. Oh, never mind. Well, this is my thing on Blue Sky. It's e3keegan.bluesky.social. Oh no, B Sky. Sorry, not Blue Sky. B Sky. That's what it is. Let's see if this works. There we go. Okay, cool. We found it. Sick. There we go. We got it. We got it, boys. We got it. Yeah, pop in. If you guys want to join Blue Sky. I don't know. It's kind of fun. The vibes are really cool. I also post like a lot of cool cards I find there. Like high rarity shit. RBT LA spot's filling up. Shit. Already? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. We out here, Nigel. We out here. And shout out Collectors Expo, dude, for putting us on. For putting on the greatest tournament of all time. Let's be real. The greatest tournament of all time. I cannot thank them enough. Your phone keeps vibrating when orders come through. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. Yeah, if you haven't already signed up for this, it's gonna be fucking crazy, dude. Dude, Dan Green and Eric Stewart are gonna be there. I've never met them. It's gonna be sick. Shredder says, "Where are you at?" That's insane. That's in Las Vegas, dude. That's just on the street. That sign was all over Las Vegas. Crazy, right? It is the most insane world. Top Deck says, surely they can vote for a third-party option in our U.S. elections, but let's be honest, that's not happening. I actually, that's really interesting that you mention it. You know, the reason it's not happening is because in some states it's just straight up not on the ballot. Like, in the state that I live in Nevada, they don't allow you to, like, write in or, like, vote for anyone but the top candidates in each party. So they don't allow you to do that, which is crazy. Like, the states just straight up don't allow you to do it, or some of them do. Nevada's one of the ones that doesn't. And, like, that's fucked up. It's like you don't have a choice. Like, you can choose to leave it blank, which is, like, I think what a lot of people did. But, yeah, no, it's kind of a... I think if people knew that they had the option and knew the two-party system was rigged, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, politics is rigged. I don't really want to have a politics discussion right now. We're talking about RBET, but yeah, absolutely it's rigged. I don't know. Yeah, it's totally rigged. Dude, as long as you can lobby, like, you can just buy politicians and just have them do whatever you want for your company. Like, if you have enough money, you have political power, and that's it. That's pretty much how it is. That's capitalism 101. It's just get enough money to buy politicians to make sure that you can keep getting more money and more power. That's it. It's not even like that complicated. It's just kind of like, it's legally rigged. Yeah, it's just legally rigged. Yeah. We live in a representative republic. Yeah, but do you feel represented? Because I sure as hell don't. My interests, which are healthcare, affordable housing, and obviously genocide, if I'm going to be real, are... I don't feel represented in any of those three. And those are my three, like, immediate, like, things that, like, I think people need healthcare, I think people need affordable housing, and I think we need to stop murdering people. Like, that's, like... It's pretty simple asks, I'd say, but, you know, I did not feel represented this election at all. I don't know what to say. Not as rigged as no Amaryllis for Bonanza box. That was also rigged. Yeah, super rigged. Apologies to everyone in the United States, obviously, who the election did not go their way, or if it did, like, congratulations or whatever. But my personal issues, which are those three things, my personal policies that I wanted to see in place, I didn't feel super, like, represented in this election. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like I want to go out and just say there, like, put this out there. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I don't, like, identify with any of that shit. There are just certain things that I think, like if people ask me my political opinion, I would just say, like, I'm a good person. And I just want to make sure people have a place to live and people have food to eat and they can afford it and people have healthcare. Like, that's, like, my thing. Is, like, I'm just, like, I just want to make sure people can live a good life. Like, that's all I care about. I don't really care about, like, all this culture war bullshit. I don't really care about all this other shit. But if people are being killed or people don't have homes or whatever, that's not cool. It's not cool. It sounds silly. Yeah, it is silly. It is silly, Leon. At least we can look forward to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can be fun, dude. I love Thanksgiving. What do you guys normally eat on Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving's a bomb, dude. I usually get mashed potatoes. I'm a big mashed potato fan. Mashed potato enjoyer, if you will. Yeah, I like mashed potatoes. I like... Sometimes they do this one where it's like a mashed sweet potato with like seared marshmallows on the top. Mac and cheese supremacy. Mac and cheese is goated. I had mac and cheese last night. Mac and cheese is really good. Turkey. Turkey is fire. I love turkey. Not currently eating it because I am vegetarian. But Thanksgiving turkey is crazy. Lacrine says, do you feel burnout from organizing RBETs for a long time now? And if you do, how do you cope with it? I assume it's stressful as fuck. So, I would like to say a few words about this. Presented by Toyota. Do I feel burnout organizing RBETs for a long time? I think the ones I feel burnout organizing are the online ones. The in-person ones I enjoy doing a lot more. So I enjoy doing in-person ones like this. This one is going to be really sick. The online ones I think are like, I have enjoyed less and less as time has gone on. But the IRL ones, while they are very stressful the day of, and they are very like intense, and a lot of like coordination has to go to set them up, I just think that they are so fun that I don't really feel. It feels like a like the big payoff for doing all of this stuff. The stuff I feel burnout over is online tournaments, throwing those, and I also feel burnout doing like sometimes I'll get like a bunch of like angry comments. That kind of gets me. So you tried and you got tired of chickpeas. So for protein as a vegetarian, you actually have a lot of options. You have for plant-based options, you've got all types of beans, especially black beans are great. You've got pea protein, which you can mix into like fruit shakes and stuff, and you really can't notice. It's actually pretty good. You can even mix it into ice cream. I've been doing that lately, and that's pretty good. You also got what's that other shit? There's a lot of ways. Lentils. There's a lot of different ways to prepare lentils. Tofu, if you like it. I'm not really like a big tofu guy because the consistency is kind of weird for me. But then if you're vegetarian, you could also eat like some animal products. Like you've got milk still, you've got eggs, you've got cheese. Any chance at a 3v3 RBT in the future? Yes, working on it, Andrew. Working on it. But yes, there's a chance. I'll give you a chance for that. Long, flat green beans are goated. Yeah, soy protein is good. Textured vegetable protein is good. Basically, there's some high protein pastas. I think there's like chickpea pastas. They make pasta out of chickpea. Yeah, this Banza. It's pasta made from chickpeas. It's very high protein. It's really good too. Do you have a Patreon or a PayPal? Yes, there's a PayPal link in the description below, Top Tech. And I really appreciate it. Everything that you do that goes to support it goes to support these tournaments happening. So anything that you're feeling willing to give is very helpful. You could also become a member of the channel. It's $2.99 a month, and you get an exclusive video every week, which is going to be cool. What's up, Max Effort? How are you doing? I'm doing great. I locked in my predictions for the RBET this weekend. I think Quick Draw is going to win against Black Wings in the finals. I think Machina is going to top 8, and I think Amaryllis is going to top 8. That's my predictions. I'm locking it in. What are your guys' predictions? I want to hear your... Give me the top 4. Give me your top 4 predictions. Don't just give me one. Give me top 4. Ojamas. That's not even. Well, I guess it's three technically. There's three of. There might be more. Guess there's Ojama Blue. Top four. Wow, that is the most. That's a funny top four. Machina's been popping lately. Very good matchup against Black Wings. I think so too. I think it kind of destroys Black Wings. This guy is like, oh, you collude me? All right, pop your monster anyway. GG. 2500 is such a good stat line. He like punches into Armor Master effectively. Oh, dude, the deck is just so good against it, you know? This is super hype. I'm really excited for next season. I think it's going to be great. I think next season is going to be truly incredible. I think it's going to be one of the best RBET seasons. Tetius Monster Mash, Hero Frogs, Diva Hero Zombie. That'd be hype. That'd be really hype. Burn pretty slept on. Oh, Burn is pretty slept on, but I disagree that there isn't a lot of hate. A lot of people are playing Trapstun. I think Trapstun is insane against Burn. It might be the single best card against Burn. The hand rip effect against Raikou Monarchs is Chef Kiss. Yeah, they really thought of everything when designing this card. It is so nasty. It's recurring, has a downside for targeting it, but you still can target it, so it's interactive in a way. When it's destroyed by battle, it gets something. It just has like synergy with a wide variety of decks. It's not once per turn. It doesn't start a chain. It's just a great card. Is Tomorrow Swiss? It's double elimination. It's going to be double elimination. RBET Chicago in the making, so you can drive up there for next season. If this one sells out, then there's a high likelihood we'll be able to do more stuff. I'm not going to say too much. But I think if LA sells out, which it will, I mean, let's be real, it's going to sell out. But if it does well, then we'll be able to maybe negotiate for some other things as well, like Chicago as well. So yes, there are things in the making. I am currently talking to quite a few other people, but quite a few people in general to try and make more RBETs happen next season than this season, more paper ones. Because this season we had 3. Next season I want to have minimum 5 IRL RBETs next season. And I want to do less online ones because I think online is fucking miserable. Like, I do not like being alone in a room staring at a computer screen watching people play on Dueling Book, and just the stress of the online ones is like, okay, what if Dueling Book crashes during a round, or what if the Discord bot crashes during a round, or like there's just so much stress during the online ones that doesn't exist in person, because the in-person ones can be like there's a team of people. It's not just like, and like you can respond to things differently, and like obviously online has, or IRL has its own issues, like with like judge calls and shit like that, and like people being like shady and whatever, but that usually doesn't happen at RBET because people are like, generally the type of crowd that RBET attracts is like cool people that aren't going to be pieces of shit, and so it kind of just feels like a big party. So a lot of the stress is alleviated. The stress of live events is alleviated by the sheer amount of cool people that come to RBET. And you still do them? Thank you. Yeah, no, I still am doing them tomorrow because a lot of people asked for them. And I will probably still do at least one online one next season, just because of people in regions who don't get representation. But I hate doing them. The online ones suck. For me. They rule for you guys. It's great content. Yeah. is lit. I don't know what to tell you guys. It is indeed lit. All right, boys. What are we doing while we're still here? While we're all here, there's 75 of you guys. We playing some Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that what we're doing? Let's play a few matches. Let's get some actual Yu-Gi-Oh popping. I want to play Ancient Gear. Let's go. Let's play some Machina. Enough talking about Machina. Let's play some Machina. I'm so ready to duel, dude. I've just been on a Machina kick. The online one's playing for stuff you don't have IRL. Oh, we're playing against Tim. It's happening. Good luck, have fun. This is going to be peak testing for you, Tim. Please close the stream, though. Please close the stream. Please close it. Alright. I gave him enough time to close the stream. Whew. Going first is always a positive, right? Dude, I fucking love this deck. I do not know why, but I fucking love this deck. Question, do we summon this? I think so. Yeah, I think this is the correct play. Like, assuming I don't know my opponent, I don't know what they're playing, I'd always do this. Ancient Gear has crazy aura. Dude, it does. The deck is so cool. I picked up an ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, and I just posted it on Blue Sky, and it looks so clean. It looks so sick. Okay, there's Gallus, so we're going to take 200. And here comes some frog bullshit. Great. All right, turn 1 dupe block is annoying, but we have some outs. We have enemy controller, we have brain control. We have... Is that it? That might be it. The Cookie Monster says, easiest RBET sign up of your life. My goat. My goat. Presented by Toyota. Dude, I gotta rock a Toyota shirt. I gotta rock a Toyota shirt to the event. It's gonna be so sick. And get you to sign your ulti Gramble. I will sign the fuck out of your ulti Gramble. That's my son. You made a Welly Dad deck, but without the psychic package. I don't think that's a Welly Dad deck. I think that's not. I think that you can't play well without the psychics. I could be wrong, though. Buying a Camry just for this event. Dude, Toyota cooking, dude. Toyota's out here. Okay, soft lock. What do we got here? Sky Blaster. This is kind of what I wanted to draw, I guess. A little bit. But we need to get over this, so we have to do this. We have to special this. Normal Valley. Target the gear frame. And draw 2. I just need to dig to an out. There we go. We got an out. I forgot I played Caius's in this as well. Alright, we'll pass. He can set up 2 dupe frogs if he has one, though, so that's annoying. It's a little annoying Caius wasn't the draw for turn, but whatever, we found it eventually. Like, 2 clutch. Sphere of Chaos, interesting. So this is machines and frogs, so probably... I've played against this card before. I think it's not that good. I think usually you would just play another copy of like Junk Synchron or whatever. But I could be wrong. Do you know what it means when it says that your RBET sign-up marked as pending fulfillment? I don't know what that means. I will have to figure that out for you. But I will do that at some point. Right now I'm in the middle of the game, but I'll check on that for you, Cookie, afterward. DM me on Discord with a screenshot, and I'll take a look at that for you. Or I'll inquire into that for you. Okay. Hand is interesting. We've got Gear Golem, Pitch, Special Summon the Fortress. And then we've got Sack Fortress for Caius. Caius can go ahead and target a Dupe Frog. So, Caius once again proving it is a great card. Trade Secrets of the Gallant in the Dino deck. Pretty cool card. Oh, that card's sick. That's like it's like a Delinquent Duo, right? Go Battle Phase. I'll try to attack Dupe Frog. Let's see what's up. He might Mirror Force me. No, that's gonna resolve. Tough. What's up, Tomato? How you doing? Unifrog. Interesting. I don't really have back row, though. So he takes 900. This doesn't die by battle. Pretty annoying. I just got to pass. Oh, he's got Trag. Yeah, that's fine. Still pass. Yeah. So Trag can clear Caius. Yeah, we kind of just... This game got out of hand. I think we lose this one for sure. We were turned late on drawing Caius. I'm just going to admit defeat. We'll go next. I could play it out, but I just don't want to. Congrats on the RBT in February. Toyota, crazy on God. Thank you so much, Jobson. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited myself. I'm very, very excited, actually. Okay, Space Typhoon and Heavy Storm are actually not bad because they can pop your own Gear Town here. So I'm just going to leave them in. I'm going to cut the defensive guys. They suck. Just get more traps. Tomato. Check the description below for more details. Homam Jamal with the 10 gifties. My guy. Thank you so much. Love RBT, so hyped. Thanks for the work you do. Oh, thank you guys. Toyota is sponsoring the next RBT. Looks to be the case, yeah. And it looks like we are going to be in a proper convention center for this one at Collectors Expo. Entry to the tournament will get you entry to the entire convention, the entire weekend of the convention. Check the description below for the sign up link and more info. Yeah, it's really, really hype. We talked about it. Also, just, like minor things. Dan Green, the voice of Yugi Moto and Yami Yugi, and Eric Stewart, the voice of Seto Kaiba, will be there. So, yeah, it's gonna be fucking sick. It's gonna be fucking sick, boys. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep at all. Dyna for sure, right? Dyna's gotta be better than, Ancient Gear Beasts. Thank you so much, Homam Jamal. Much appreciated. All right. Let us cook, I guess. What an interesting hand. Normal scrap recycler. Send. Machine Gear frame. That may seem weird, but I already have Fortress, so I don't know. Maybe it's weird, maybe it's not. I figured, if he Heavy Storms me or something like that, or does this, I can compulse my own scrap recycler and then just use it to draw a card. Kaiba, your goat? Yes. Yes, of course. Or I could compulse his Swap Frog. I'll probably compulse my own scrap recycler to draw a card. Take 1,000. Regeki Break is broken with Gear Dragon. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is. You're right. Because you can just pop their monster and they can't do anything about it when you attack. Similarly, Karma Cut. Maybe I should be playing both. What's the move here? Let's cycle the Scrap Recycler. Let's get a new card here. I lost a card doing all this, right? No, I guess I didn't because I gained it back. It's not that bad, I suppose. Did I lose a card? Hold on. No, I didn't. I have 7. Okay. Not a good draw. But not a terrible draw. I think we just get aggressive. Cool. So big damage, and then we can pass. Now he has to do something that's more than just Swap Frog attack the Scrap Recycler. We are kind of playing at a strong disadvantage here, but we got 3,400 in, which is like, it's like kind of what you want to get in, right? Normal summon Substitute. Priority. Okay. How does this card work? It's like all from the graveyard. Something like that. Sure. Pitch special Swap Frog. Activated back to send. Sure. He's gonna sacrifice special summon the Dupe Frog most likely. Or it might be Unifrog here. He might go Unifrog first to try and pop the back row. Oh, he's gonna go Dupe Frog. Interesting. He must have Avarice. Oh, dude, he's gonna get destroyed if he tries to do a certain thing here. He's gonna go priority activate. Interesting. Bring out Swap Frog. So he's gonna get both dupes in the grave. He must have Avarice, right? What? Targets. Oh shit. If I hit Swap Frog, he's stopped, so we'll chain Karma Cut. Target swap. Target swap. Yeah. You really like siding Chain Disappearance against frogs? It doesn't really work that well against them. But yeah, it doesn't really work that well against them. Karma Cut here was insane. Just 2 for 2'd. Completely stops his dupe block. He got a little greedy there going through the Dupe Frog. I wouldn't have gone through the Dupe Frog. But maybe he had to. I don't know. Interesting choice. Frogs can't be destroyed by battle, so we have to attack Substitute first. So that's what we're going to do. Substitute first. He'll take 24. We'll attack the Treeborn. I think Karma Cut is better than Chain Disappearance. So he's going to end battle phase, activate Ultimate Offering. Activate Gear Frame. It's fine. Okay, so he is playing machines. That would make sense. Grab his own Fortress. MVP. I'll see if he wants to do more offering stuff. Probably not, right? Cool. We've still got a revive for the Fortress. We've got Torrential. I think we're kind of fine here, honestly. He has Fortress 2 Unknowns. I don't really think there's much he can do that like really threatens us. The only thing that would beat us here is like Brain Control, Limit, or Removal. It would have to be those 2 specific cards that would beat us. Even like Cyber Dragon like doesn't really do anything. Pitch Fortress, Special Fortress. So Here, I'll just torrential. Because why not? He can still summon whatever's in his hand, but that's his last card. Pass turn. Oh, that is so good. I will overcommit. I will overcommit. Who keeps calling me, man? I keep getting scammed likely all fucking day, man. Okay, cool. Sick, fam. Great. Awesome. Swag. Run it back. Don't think. Karma Cut is ridiculous, dude. This card's so dumb. It's lit. What are we doing here? Oh, we're winning. That's right. Just kidding. His hand is ass. Oh, no. No. It's because I'm playing 41, isn't it? It's because I'm playing 41. John, did you say Gale is kind of nice to break the dupe block? Are you talking about making Black Rose Dragon? Oh my god, my hand sucks. Not like this. Oh, this hand sucks. This hand is really bad. I mean, like, we'll survive, but maybe not. Who knows? Oh, this is so bad. How have I bricked like this? This should be illegal. Has anyone opened any quarter century Bonanza? Has anyone opened any of those boosters? Are there cool looking cards in that pack? How's that? How's that that's fine. How's that looking? Quarter century Bonanza. The set is sick. What's in it? What's the coolest thing you guys have pulled in it? What's the coolest thing that's in that set? Because I haven't really looked over the card list. This nostalgia pool is hella bloated. Okay. So he searches Gallus, uses it. We're going to take, what is that? 800. So there's 2 monsters here. He's already normal, so like I don't really know what else he could do. That's fine. Another Gallus. Okay. Jesus. I'll have to torrential here. I have to just take my 3 for 2. Or 2 for 1, I guess. Because one of these Galluses was free. I just can't afford to take 3,200 here. Yeah, because if he had something like this, I would have just lost. But I guess I could have just let him... Oh, he has Avarice too. What a fucking ridiculous... Dude! You wanted the Prismatic Ultimate Rare Swap Frogs. That sounds tight. Pulled quarter century return from a different dimension. It looks really nice. Oh, that's pretty sick. I didn't realize that card was in there too. I don't even know what's in there. I just know Amaryllis isn't in there, Trap Dust Shoot isn't in there, and Royal Oppression isn't in there. Like, all the chase cards aren't in there. Android isn't in there either. Okay, only 1 fortress we can maybe deal with. Dude, give me something good, please. Finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Activates. Goes and gets Fortress. See, now we're cooking. Big miss on Dust Shoot and Amaryllis. I think so too. You pulled a quarter century Caius? Oh, that's sick. That's fucking tight, actually. That sounds cool. We're never going to get a chance to use this Cyber Valley, so I'm just going to pitch that. And these are reborns, so... Yeah, I think it's like the same no matter how we do this, right? Oh no, we equip the gear frame. That's how we do it. And this is not optional, right? Target one card your opponent controls. Yeah. He has to target Fortress. And then this has to resolve, looking at his hand and ripping a card. Okay, so the scary card here is Cyber Dragon. That's the scary card. He's got Unifrog, Gores, and what's the RBET announcement? It's discarded. The RBET announcement is this. RBET Los Angeles Collectors Expo, February 15th and 16th, presented by Toyota. It will also be attended by Dan Green, the voice actor for Yami Yugi and Yugimoto, and Eric Stewart, the voice actor for Kaiba. And a lot of other cool stuff. I mean, it's the first RBET in a convention. Yggdrasil playmats for Top Cut as usual, and a special finalist mat as well. So, yeah, I guess I bring out Fortress here because we have to. And his hand is Uni, Swap, Gores. Pass turn. All right. Yeah, and if this one does well, there will be more. But this one's got to do well. So this one's got to sell out, boys. We got to sell that one out. That's the way it goes. Did he rip Caius? Oh, he ripped Sphere. Okay, that's fine. Man, you wish you could make it? Hey, man, a lot of people are going to go. And that's all that matters. But I wish you could make it too. Maybe one of the next ones. Assuming there is a next one, hopefully. Hopefully there is a next one. Please sell out so that there might be a next one. What do you search for? Junk Synchron? Oh my gosh. I can't kill this stupid card. That's so annoying. Actual hard decision. Do we send another Fortress? Or do we send a Gear Frame to get a redraw? Or do we not send anything? Do we just attack this shit? He has Junk Synchron? He grabbed Junk Synchron. That is so fucking annoying. Junk Synchron comes out. He makes... Oh, he can't make anything yet. He can't make Catastrophe yet. He only has Treeborn. So he's going to try to make Armory Arm to KO us. Oh, this is so fucking bad. Am I just dead no matter what? Hold up. I might need to redraw. I might need to redraw because I'm dead no matter what. I might need to redraw because, okay, like, if I Caius this, it's a dark. He takes 1,000. He drops Gores on the effect damage. We take 1,000. We can't get over the Gores if he summons it in defense. On his turn, he can normal Junk Synchron, bring back Treeborn Frog, or he can pitch Special Swap and then clear us and win the game. So we can't do that. We have to redraw. We basically have to redraw here or else we lose. So we can't afford to Caius this card. We have to redraw. This sucks. I did not want to do this, but we have to do this because the stupid Armory Arm shit is looming. Trap card one time. Fuck! Never lucky. Total brick. Ah! Hopefully it's not bad weather for you. But it gets pretty nasty. I hope so too, man. I hope so too, Antonio. I'd be sick. I fucking lose. Wait, no, I don't. I just kill the sphere. Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. Just kill the sphere. Just kill the sphere. He can still make Catastor, which is annoying. Just don't proc the Gores, Keegan. Don't proc the Gores. Just pass the turn. Don't mess up. His hand is Junk Synchron, Swap Frog, Unifrog, Gores, and one unknown. He can still make Catastrophe. He can also Black Rose us if he wants to. All of these things he can do. Will he do them? Who knows? What was his draw for turn? Oh, this is such a tense game. It's so back and forth. We had to redraw there, right? No, we didn't. I guess we could have just sent a Fortress and done the same thing. But then we wouldn't have... It's the exact same outcome, but now we have more Gear Frames in deck. Which I guess is better, ultimately. No, wait, it's not, because Force is in the grave. Is more Gear Frames in deck better? If it's the exact same outcome, It rains around that time every year. It does, but it's not like the tournament will be outside. It's actually, I believe it's in Pomona, which is like a really, really nice weather area. But correct me if I'm wrong. Someone check the link in the description below and get the info. So he could Black Rose us. That would be bad. He could Catastor. That would be less bad. It's literally 5 minutes away from your house. Oh my gosh. Homam Jamal scored the lottery, dude. Oh, he ripped Substitute? Dude. That's really good. He's going to pitch special to Swap Frog. Damn. That's unlucky, man. That's unlucky, man. Hold up. He didn't kill my Scrap Recycler. Why didn't he kill my Scrap Recycler? Wait, he didn't kill my Scrap Recycler. I'm cooking now. RBET starts tomorrow. It's going to be streamed here. What do you mean streamed somewhere? Of course it's going to be streamed. It's going to be streamed here. It's only ever been streamed here. Somewhere. That's so funny. Where could it possibly be streamed? I don't know. Somewhere, perhaps? That's really funny. That made me chortle. You made me chortle, Mateo. Okay, we've banished one Dupe Frog. We've got another Dupe Frog, Dupe Lock situation, but we've got the out, so. The Las Vegas Sphere of Chaos. True. Once again, he can make a Catastrophe, he could Black Rose us. All of these things are bad for me. All of these things are bad. RBT streamed on HBO Max. Streaming on VGBC. That'd be so hype, dude. VGBC x RBET would be sick. RBET on Netflix. Dude, low-key, I feel like... Sorry if you didn't know you're new here. Appreciate it. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Welcome in. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad you're having a good time. Caius targeting Caius. Ooh. Dangerous for us. He ripped Substitute Caius. Pretty good draws. I can't lie. Pretty good draws. But we've drawn even better. What can I say? What is the answer here? Well, we have to banish the dupe. I guess it's the only answer here. We have to banish Dupe Frog. Kill. Save the Gear Town? An IRL RBT Summit would be so hype. I've literally done that and nobody watched it, which makes me so sad. I literally had an Edison Summit and it was like one of the least viewed streams I've ever done. It was one of the first streams I did, though. We'll have to do another Edison Summit. That would be hype. I think that would be like... That's like kind of a dream for me. Am I playing Mausoleum? No. I'm not playing Mausoleum. I'm siding it for decks that have Oppression. But I didn't side it in because Frogs doesn't play Oppression. Summit, like, it's like a Smash Summit. Or like a Counter-Strike Summit. Where, like... You get the 32 best players and you board them in a house for like a weekend and they just play the game. And there's like a tournament in the house. It's kind of sick. It's kind of like a reality TV type thing. And then you get to see how they all like interact in the house and shit and all that fucking good shit. All right. Swap's going to bounce. Junk Synchron. He's got Junk Synchron, Gorge, one unknown, and a new back row. What is the new back row? Pray tell. What the fuck is going on? We drew an out, though, which is good. Alright. Just try and kill the Swap Frog. Treeborn. Huh. What time does it start? Tomorrow, RBET online starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. So the stream will be around that time. Thoughts on the overall health of Yu-Gi-Oh right now? I think Edison is crushing. I think it's doing great. I think Edison is like thriving, and it's like super, super amazing. And I think that modern Yu-Gi-Oh is garbage. I think it's like unplayable. But maybe I'm just like out of touch boomer. Who knows? Chain. Karma cut. Pitch terraforming. Target junction wrong. Yeah, we can't allow him to get his infinite combos going or his ladder combos going. He does have the swap frog infinite, but he's gonna have to pay a bunch of life points now. The overall health of Yu-Gi-Oh right now is it's not looking good. Like as a game, like Master Duel, Quarter Century Bonanza, like these are cool things. They're like experimental things, and they're like doing great stuff for the community. But I think overall the health is not great. Offering plus junk is kind of elite. Yeah, it is kind of elite. I drew 3 Caiuses. I'm him. Holy shit. I'm so lucky. I'm so fucking lucky. Say MVP. Cool. He's at 31 past turn. The game's just hemorrhaging players. Long term isn't looking bright. Yeah, I think that's how I feel about it too. The long term doesn't look bright. GG's. Why did he set the offering? Oh, he said it because he had Junk Synchron, and we top decked the back row finally. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Just play 20 hand traps and 1-card combos. Yeah, that's pretty much modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison is peak Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that Edison is doing great. And I think Edison has only begun to see like its growth. Like, how do I say it? The second we have one other person or like one other group or like a couple other groups like throwing massive Edison tournaments, it just starts to become like kind of the norm for Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. When was the last time you heard someone excited to get into Yu-Gi-Oh? It's only with regards to Edison. With regards to Edison, people are excited. GG's, Tim. That was a fun match. If you run 2x maximum limit of every card in Edison, you have a 2-player board game for the rest of your life. Oh, if you buy. Yes, exactly. You have a 2-player board game for the rest of your life, and on top of that, it's a fun board game with infinite replayability. I've played it like every day for like the last 4 years now, and I'm still enjoying the shit out of it. Like, I'm still cooking new decks. I'm still having a good time. I'm still playing against crazy brews, like Ultimate Offering Frogs. Like, you would never expect to see that. Like, even like last week, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, Edison is so infinitely replayable. They really didn't need to add more to Yu-Gi-Oh! After Edison. They kind of peaked in Edison. And I think that, like, people will realize that because now we're entering year 4 of RBET. Next year is RBET season 4. It's year 4 of RBET, and people, like, RBET is still growing. So, like, to put that in perspective, it's like there hasn't been a movement like this with regards to the game, with regards to anything else. Like, Edison is the truth. It's the only format. It will eventually, like, I said this to a lot of people, and this is like not even copium. This is just like the future of Yu-Gi-Oh. I stand by this. I legit think the future of Yu-Gi-Oh is like everyone plays Edison, and they view modern Yu-Gi-Oh as kind of like a Smash 4. Like, some people will play it because they want to buy new cards, but generally speaking, like, the majority will play Edison in the future. Like, it will be the number 1 most played format. And I still stand by that. I don't think that, like, any other format has the same potential. Edison is actually a cool format with very creative ideas and decks. Yeah, and the creativity is, like, pretty limitless. How long do you think Modern has left? Probably a couple more years at least. But, I don't know. Infamously, The Shining Darkness is the last time a lot of people played Yu-Gi-Oh! You think that helps people get into the format? What do you mean? I think the biggest thing that Edison needs right now is a way to appeal to, like, young players. I think Edison needs an automatic sim which I'm not capable of doing. But if someone was capable of making an automatic Edison sim with accurate rulings, nobody say anything about like the automatic sims that exist because none of them have accurate rulings. But if you have one that has accurate rulings and it has like a ladder and stuff like that, then you can get new players into it. I think that that's like what's missing. I think DB is garbage. I think DB is like kind of, ironically, it's like the biggest thing that kept Edison alive, but it's also the thing that will keep it from growing beyond a certain point. I think we need something better than DB. We need like a video game style for Edison. We need like a master duel for Edison, basically. And we need the rulings to be accurate. That's the number one most important thing, is it needs to be 1-to-1 what we play in paper. If it's not fucking 1-to-1 what we play in paper, then it's not going to work. It has to be 1-to-1 what we play in paper, and it needs to be an automatic sim. A lot of people quit during the Shining Darkness. It was an awful set. Yeah, a lot of people quit. Frog FTK pushed a lot of people out. Infernities and X-Saber also. The biggest issue with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that Master Duel isn't 1-to-1 with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! If Master Duel was 1-to-1, I'm sure modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be doing fine, but it's not. Because Master Duel right now is cooking, but modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing terribly because Master Duel is automatic and it fixes a lot of the issues. Edison Ladder and Master Duel would be peak. I don't even like the Master Duel interface, so I disagree. I dislike the timer. I dislike a lot of Master Duel. But I think like something similar to that would be good. But more something like DB, but it's automatic basically. Like the same interfacing, not interfacing, but the way it looks. Your friend has literally only built Edison decks in Master Duel. Most people do that. Like most people that I talk to are like, yeah, I just play like old school Yu-Gi-Oh with my friends on Master Duel. And they just are happy to have like a mobile automatic sim. So yeah, most people are like that. You think Konami bringing the retro formats in old video games re-releases? Do I think what? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. The deck builder on Master Duel is shockingly bad. It's like, how did you build a deck builder that's worse than Dueling Books? It's crazy. You wish you had a local scene to play paper with? Only modern around here, Sag. You can always make one. Just buy 2 decks and then go there and try to play with someone. That's what most people do. So just go to their local and be like, hey, anyone want to play Edison? Or you can post in the really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord and find players in your area to meet up with. DB has the best deck builder. Yeah, as of right now it does, which is depressing. Timer on Master Duel should not exist. I think it should exist because then people can just hold you hostage, especially in ranked. But I just think it's like way too short. Said no one is working on one for Edison, you think? I think there might be someone who is looking into it right now, from what I have heard, but I think that is like the last thing. I think once Edison gets that, it becomes the premier format. That's just like my opinion. Obviously, I'm just one guy, but like I've been pretty good at predicting what was going to happen with Yu-Gi-Oh! Thus far, so definitely take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I haven't been wrong about Edison being really, really big thus far. Clearly, we have a company bigger than Konami backing Edison format. Like, just think about that. Toyota is a 10x bigger company, 100x bigger company than Konami, and they're backing Edison format. Like, Edison format has the potential to be bigger than Konami. Think about that. That's crazy. Like, if someone made an auto sim for it, man, it'd be crazy. It'd be so good. And you could probably take the framework from, like, one of the Game Boy games and just change some of the rulings or whatever to make it fit Edison format. You don't hate manual sims, but DB is just terrible. Looks straight out of 2006. Yeah, DB is really bad. It's definitely the thing that holds back Yu-Gi-Oh! The most, while simultaneously has kept it alive the most. I think it's like this weird thing. It's like Unicorn's Blood, but for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like you'll stay alive, but only barely. You know what I mean? It's like you won't get what you need out of it or whatever. Anyway, boys, if Edison got too big, it would be a problem. Konami would not be okay with it. What do you mean? It's their game. It's their IP. Of course they'd be okay with it. They'd be fucking thrilled. They were thrilled to be able to throw Ultimate Time Wizard events at their YCSs because it was something that actually made them money at their events. Like, what are you talking about? Of course they'd be happy if Edison was doing well. If their game is actually seeing players or seeing growth in any sector, it makes them happy. Quarter Century Bonanza, Rarity Collections, they are selling packs because Edison is doing well. That's why they're selling packs. What's even worse than the game itself nowadays is how Konami treats their player base. That is the worst part of it, yes. If Konami had proper support at their events, I would never have to even throw RBETs or do stuff like this. But I am doing this stuff because Konami is not capable of doing this. For one reason or another, they just don't want to give prizing to their players that actually reflects the events that they're entering. Konami aren't going to be like, oh no, people are buying our products. No, they're going to be forced to change. That's literally what happened is, like, not to be like egocentric again, but just like I made Edison really, really big. And as a result, they were forced to make products for us. They were forced to meet the demand. That's how corporations work. You can force them to meet the demand of the buyers. If you can just like create a demand big enough, they can't ignore us. They literally can't ignore us. Either that or they'll just go under. They'll just go under as a company and their game will die. So it puts them between like a rock and a hard place. The bigger Edison gets, the more control we have over what Konami does and doesn't do. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you guys feel me? You guys hear what I'm saying? Tomato says it's because it's a Japanese company. Dude, Toyota is a Japanese company. That has nothing to do with it being a Japanese company. It has everything to do with Konami being a shit company. That's exactly it. You have to bully Konami into doing stuff. That's what I have learned. You have to bully them into doing stuff. Greetings from Peru. Thanks for all the good content. Appreciate that, Victor. Shout out to all the Peruvian viewers. I've heard Peru is a really cool place. I would like to visit there one day. Except unlike Nintendo, Konami are throwing you slivers of bones. There are some Edison fans who work at Konami. I'll say that much. From what I know. There are definitely some Edison fans who work at Konami. You have to make corporations meet your needs. Or you have to align your needs. Harrison says, hope RBET goes well tomorrow. Thank you so much, Harrison. Hope you're doing well too. They heavily undervalue the foreign market. Oh, they definitely know the value of the foreign market. The relationship doesn't seem 100% adversarial. No, it's not. It's just I feel like... Have I talked to Billy Brake about Edison? I've never talked to Billy Brake in my life. I've tried to talk to Jeff Jones, but he has ignored my DMs. So, I don't know. Make that what you will. I tried. I've not tried to talk to Billy Brake, though. I think he works at Konami, and I don't want to, like, I'm really anti-Konami, so I don't want to, like, affiliate myself with him, because that could give him, like, some potential, like, issues at his job. I don't want to cause any trouble for anyone who works at, like, I don't want to fuck up the bag for anyone, basically, is what I'm saying. How would Konami make money off of Edison, though? Just reprints and tournaments? Exactly. Just print Edison sets. Make an Edison format video game and sell it for the Nintendo Switch. Literally that. What are you talking about? How would Konami make money off of Edison? They've been making money off of Edison for the last 2 years. Just look at what they're doing. Just make a master duel for Edison and have the rulings be right. Shit. Fine. Do that. And it's money printer, dude. It's just make a gacha game, but for Edison. And, like, have, like, crazy rarities that are, like, super chase that you have to, like, pull in booster packs or something. Who fucking cares? You can make money off of Edison in a million different ways. Monetizing is not the problem. They have the code too. All their DS games have the right rulings. Exactly. They can just reboot that shit. Reprint Edison sets. They did that with Light of Destruction and, like, sold out. Can't wait for your wife's boyfriend to buy the Edison Switch for you. That's funny. They need to bring back Ulti printing. I think they did. I think they did for the Light of Destruction reprint. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure they did. Like, they've already done that. Like, this is stuff that they are currently doing, and they are currently making money off of it. Like, these are the products that are doing well. It's not as good. It's close. That's fine. I don't even care if it's, like, close or whatever. Like, that's tight. That's actually tight. Like, sure, that's great. They should do more of that, honestly. Did that reprint set impact the value of Ghost Honest? I don't keep up enough with the market, but maybe someone knows. Edison is a good format. The company that owns it is shit. I don't think the company is shit. I just think it's, like, bloated and, like, doesn't get it. I don't think they're, like, I think they're just, like, out of touch in, like, a weird way. There are definitely people who work at Konami who know what they're doing. There are definitely people at Konami who are about the community, who are about it. Like, I don't want to say the entire company is, like, trash. I just think that, like, it's hard to convince to the higher ups, like, the power of having a grassroots community like Edison. It's kind of hard to convince people, like, when, like, you're going to make more profit off of just, like, continuously printing, like, Fiend Smith, whatever. Like, this is going to earn you more short-term money, right? But ultimately, like, having a powerful grassroots game and, like, leaning into that, especially in the influencer economy, man, it's so much more powerful. Like, they should just lean into the fact that Edison is Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is to most people. Whether they know it or not, I guess. It's only a matter of time, boys. It all comes back to Edison. Have you guys ever played another format and then just been like, damn, I could be playing Edison instead? Because that happens to me all of the fucking time. Literally every time I play a different format, I'm like, man, I could be playing Edison instead. It's crazy. Yes. Yeah, exactly, right? Yes. Yeah. You guys get it. You're getting it. You know. Like, and there's always a deck. Do I like the Pharaoh's rarity? Yes, I do. I think it looks really cool. I think they've made some good products. Genuinely. I do genuinely enjoy their reprints products. I've enjoyed a lot of them. In fact, I use a lot of them. I think Konami makes good products. Like, I think they make good looking cards. I really like the design of the Yu-Gi-Oh card in general. I am actually kind of like a purist when it comes to, like, full art borderless type shit. I'm actually happy they haven't done any of that. I think that kind of makes the game look silly. Like, I think Magic the Gathering has made some full art cards that look terrible. And I'm just like, it devalues the game. You were excited with the speed duel format. I liked speed duels too. It is kind of sad that they discontinued that. But you can always play speed duel, you know what I mean? You can always go back and play it. Like, it's not like speed duel is, like, going anywhere. You can just play it now in hindsight. So Edison is definitely fun, but Burnout is real. Also, innovation is running low. I don't think you've been paying much attention, Retro Chaz, if you think innovation is running low. I think you're just wrong. Innovation is at an all-time high. We just had Yados Glads win the biggest tournament. We had Teledad win a tournament last weekend. We had fucking Winged Rhinos top, what is it? An Ultimate Time Wizard. Like, innovation's at an all-time high. I think innovation was, yeah, I think you're just completely out of touch with the format if you think innovation's low. We went over this at the beginning of stream, all the new decks that are coming out right now. Was it Lille? Yeah, I think it was Lille. Machina just won its first tournament too, which is really sick. We're seeing innovations with Amaryllis. We're seeing innovations with, like, Phantom Skyblaster is another card that's, like, seeing a lot of innovations. There's so many, like, cool fucking cards. I played against a deck yesterday that was crazy. It was like Giant Germ and Phantom Skyblaster, and he was playing Raviel. I don't know how to say this. But he was playing this card with Phantom Skyblaster, and I'm like, that's sick. It's not good, but it's cool. You know what I mean? Mokasnik says, you think Vayu Turbo and Hero Frog are too good compared to the other decks? You're probably just not good enough to beat those decks. And I say this, like, with all of the love in my heart. I think you just need to practice more. That's it. I don't think that they're definitely not dominant. They're definitely not, like, oppressive. Hero Frog has literally never won an RBET. So I don't know. Like, if it's too good, then how come it's never won? Like, what? Has Hero Frog ever won a tourney? It won one Ultimate Time Wizard. And I mean this with all the love in my heart, Mocha Sneaks. I I don't mean to disrespect you. I just think that, like, if you practice more, I promise you those matchups will not seem as bad. I promise you. Value Turbo did have a big streak at the end of last year, but it, like, completely fizzled out this year. I think it's only won, one or two events this year? It's done well. It's done well, but it hasn't had anywhere near the performance it had last year. What are some jank Edison cards you feel aren't checked out enough? Oh, that's good. I'll tell you right now. Okay, what is it? Underrated Edison cards. Top 10 underrated cards. Let's go through it. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Sky Blaster. Hero Frog has at least 2 Ultimate Time Wizard wins. Fishborg Frog has 2 as well. Okay, 2 out of how many though? It's 2 out of a ton. It's like that's not saying this deck is better than every other deck. That's just like not true. I think these cards, these are kind of my 5 like really underrated cards that can be abused way more than people are even beginning to think about. Interdimensional Matter Transporter. I've had a shocking amount of success with this card. I'll put it in here. I think this card is... Don't sleep on this card. It's very good. Doom Caliber Knight. Tyson says Powerwell is whack. Why is it whack? This card's cool. Quick Play Soul Charge for little psychics. It's fun. Needlebug Nest. I have played a Needlebug Monarch deck that I really liked. Imperial Iron Wall shines at your Battery Man deck. Yeah, probably helps a lot of decks compete. Whack like good whack? What? I don't understand. Needle Sealing. If you're having trouble with frogs, teching 1 Needle Sealing can be really helpful as a second copy of Torrential. Or just good. It's just good. Yeah, it's good. Teching 1 up. The best way to improve in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is visit your local church? What are you talking about? Oh, the Church of Kodaris. I see what you're saying. Kodaris, yes. The Church of Kodaris, brother. My brother in Kodaris, he gets it. People are saying Doom Caliber Knight. I have not really had a lot of success with Doom Caliber Knight. I've won a few like Edison pods here and there with it, but it's always felt a little bit underwhelming. Like it's solid in the Teledad decks. I think this card's underrated. I think the Gaia deck in general is like super underrated and can definitely be optimized more. I think Hero Frog won the Vegas Ultimate Time Wizard, but Hero Frog wasn't undefeated. I think the second place was Quick Draw that was undefeated. The Hero Frog deck didn't have like a great record, if I remember correctly. I think he was carried by the other 2 formats, but I could be wrong. Also, there was a lot of like contention about that team winning. I think that there was like some questionable things that happened. I think Guardian's underrated. I think Gaia's underrated. So I try not to talk about the Vegas Ultimate Time Wizard too much. Outside of the Quick Draw deck that went undefeated, which is really sick. Level Eater. Level Eater is seeing a lot of innovation, especially in Quick Draw. I've played it myself. Your Body's a Shield. That card's okay. It's 1500 is too much. But it does get better the faster the format gets. You told me in private what was going on. Yeah, I get you. I think there was a lot of people telling me different, conflicting stories, so I just think that I try not to use Ultimate Time Wizard Vegas for too much results because there was a lot of messy shit, especially in the top players. So, what's up, Rich? How's it going? How are you doing today? Yeah, so I think there's a lot of underrated stuff in Edison format. I think one thing that's really interesting too was Symbols of Heritage, or Symbol of Heritage. This card with Broken Blocker is something that someone brought up to me, where this can be used as a way to like triple foolish a monster and then your symbol is live for the rest of the game. That could be really interesting. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I think is a little bit underexplored. And I think that like Synchro Gear Town is something that's also pretty underexplored. I feel like a Diva Gear Town deck with like, because there's a 6-star Ancient Gear. I think, what is his name? Ancient Gear Gajiltron Chimera. Synchro Gear Town. There's Fire Up Ladder with some spice. I'm about to end stream because I gotta go eat. I've been live for almost 3 hours now. And we've got a long stream tomorrow and the next day. So we're not gonna play anymore tonight, but we are gonna, you know, we're gonna talk about what's a little bit underrated. I think Gear Town is underrated. My card's broken. I think there's a lot of like little things that are underrated. The Chimera stuff was used in Assault mode. Yeah, you could use it in Assault mode, or you could just use it in a synchro deck. I think just like using this as like a way to get Mally out, not Mally, but like a functional Mally with the Chimera. And the cool thing about the Chimera is good pizza or evil pizza for food. You know what? Now that you mention it, pizza sounds great. But this card actually has attack points too. It's like an armed wing. So it's like actually 2300 beater that like, even after you've like you could just play 3 Gear Town, 3 Terraforming, 1 Chimera in a bunch of decks as just like synchro fodder. And that's not the craziest thing. Possibly in like Diva Hero or something like that. And the cool thing about him too is he makes Miracle Fusion live because he's an Earth. So there's a lot of potential there, like with Diva in this card and Future Fusion and whatnot. Yeah, I think there's just so much going on in Edison format right now. Like this is like the tip of the iceberg. Like people said, there's some Six Samurai stuff. That's going on right now. That's doing really well, kind of behind the scenes. I think there's some innovation in. What did I say? I don't even remember. There was a deck that was like, I was thinking was really good. Oh, like that deep draw salvo deck? Could Machina Unit be good? I don't know what that is, but maybe. I don't fucking know. Probably not. What is that? Machina Unit? It's a card? Huh. Anyway, the point I'm making here is I played Dinosaurs in like a video 2 days ago, and that deck didn't even feel that bad. So like, if you can play vanilla fucking Dinosaurs, like Cabazal's type beat, won't be able to make it tomorrow. Good luck, and you'll probably tune in later. Thank you so much for the gifties, Homam Jamal. Always appreciated, and it's always good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can cook up in Edison format. Speaking of which, Tiva from Homam Jamal. I do not think this card is that good because it has to be tribute summoned, but a lot of people like this card, so maybe another card that could be abused in one way or another. Anyway, listen up, gents. Listen up. It's been a blast. It's been a great stream. We've got RBET tomorrow, not that one, and then we've got RBET in February 15th and 16th at the Collectors Expo in Los Angeles. You went X2 at New York with it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, yeah, very, very, possibly a good card. Who knows? Can't play it tomorrow, but you'll talk to me at Rulers. Definitely see you at Rulers, Rich. Good luck. Can't wait to see you there. Rhynide, Dragon Turbo's worst nightmare is Tiva. Yeah. Lingering effects against Dragon Turbo. They're just like, bro, what do I do? This card does hard lock out Dragon Turbo. They kind of just deck out. Which is funny. It's also pretty good against a lot of other decks too, not just Dragon Turbo. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening. What do I think about my new quick draw list? The one with Level Leader, I think it's very good. I've had a lot of success with it. I took it to a tournament. I got second place, so yeah, I think that there's a lot of good cards and a lot of good decks in Edison format. I think people are just like, they're finally beginning to realize that you can play into Raikos by just attacking them. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people's brains break into a set monster here and there, but yeah, and even actually there was another deck that was like Valhalla Lightsworn with like Celestia and shit. That was kind of cooking me the other day. He would like special out a Celestia and then sack it for another Celestia, and I'm like, that's really good. There's so much shit you can do in Edison format, dude. There's so much fucking shit. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Join the Really Big Yu-Gi-Oh Discord to play in the RBET tomorrow and Sunday. And if you want to sign up for RBET LA in February, the link is in the description below, and it will be in the description below of every video from here on out until the tournament, or until it sells out one way or the other. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Get some rest. Go duel. Go practice. Get your list ready for tomorrow. And hopefully, for once, my predictions are accurate. Hopefully, for once. Usually my predictions are always wrong for these. And they're always very wrong, but I predict Quick Draw versus Black Wings in the finals, and I predict Quick Draw taking it. So, hope to see you guys in the stream tomorrow.